Good morning, good morning. How could I not pick up his issue spot? I didn't see anyone else dreaming when I woke up. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Lovey. Hello, Budget Pond Keeper. Good morning, everyone. It is currently 4:42 a.m. here on the east coast of Australia. And got possible coffee. Got a big filter can in the morning of fun. I am mad, Andrew. What? How could you tell? This is about the normal time I wake up anyway. Oh dear. I might be mad, but you're here. Yeah, you can keep the filter change. I'm sure that's going to be absolutely disgusting. It is. It sounds really good, hey? See how much all those plants have grown. They're actually touching the top now. And all of this stuff in the bottom here, the rusby, it's like a dwarf sedge. That's been throwing off little offshoots as well. Almost one a day for a while. The Anubias on either end is looking really good, and I'm not so sure about this one. It's not looking great. But I've had one death. So I had one male guppy had passed yesterday. It's just that they've all been picking on each other and carrying on, chasing each other around. I don't believe it has anything to do with the tank parameters. And I completely forgot to take some water down to the LFS with me yesterday to get it tested. So I might do that depending. I've got to check to see when the store's open. If it's open today, I could go down today and get it tested. So it's really looking good, and it's going to come together so well. A few more things I want to do to it yet, but I need to be able to get those bloody guppies out when the time comes. Oh, I got a bigger net yesterday as well. So, I got, I don't know whether I'd actually mention there's an issue with one of my little ottos. He's got a fuzzy fin. So I went down to the LFS yesterday and bought Permafix. API's Permafix. And I started dosing that yesterday. And it was like, as soon as I put it in, that poor little guy looked like he started having some relief. So, dosed for 7 days, do a 25% water change, and then if there's still fuzz or still symptoms, dose for another. So, I think I might just dose for the 2 weeks, just to be sure. I need to put a Cory under the microscope. Why? What happened? Hello, Sam. Good morning. How are you? How's your new puppy? He's the cutest thing ever. This cost me like $23. $23. 23 for a little ice bottle. Although the lady that I spoke to at the LFS was really knowledgeable and had even suggested aquarium salts as well. So, but she also told me that any non-iodized salt will work, which is interesting. But yeah, I had a good little chat to her, and she was really knowledgeable and had even suggested pool salt. She said, yeah, we dose all our tanks with pool salt. I was like, oh, that's really good. That's good to know. I love it. I love being able to go to my LFS, even though it is a chain store, and still receive good information. Yeah, really cool. I hope I get to pick her brain again in the future. It's just really good that that particular store, the manager or the owner of the store, is actually really into fish, and has all of that knowledge, and has passed it on obviously to their workers. We're still waiting to see what happened to the Cory. What happened? Did it die? Oh. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Yay. How are you? I'm glad you could make it. Oh, it's a bit cool here this morning. Hey, Sunfish for Fish, what's up? How's your little camping trip? Did you cave in and leave already? Photos, photo green. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of the wind. Well, it didn't seem too bad. Like, we could hear you and everything. Hi, Nathan. Good to see you. I hope you're well. I'm just gonna go make myself another coffee, guys. I'll be right back. Hello, Raina. Good morning. Hi, Mark. Hi, everyone. Oh, did I miss anyone else? I'm in Cambridge. Jesus Christ. Ammonia question. My 20 long planter tank is full of ammonia. I drained it, filled it from another tank with zero ammonia, but not even 5 minutes later, the 20 test positive again, like dark green. Huh. Oh, yeah. Have you tested your tap water? Battling with this tank for a couple months now. I had it under control and added a few fish, then it went back to crap. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, you're kind of talking to the wrong person here for me. Is I don't test my water. Hello, hello?
Hello.
And I'm just going to turn that music off.
It is
What
a
the
bit
hell am I doing
repetitive.
awake at 5 a.m. on a Sunday, Mark? I've been up since 4:30.
Hang on.
Oh, what? There we go. That's a bit
Right.
better. How are we, Andrew?
I'm a lot better than I have been.
Yeah, you haven't been too
It's
well
been
lately, have
it's been one thing after another.
you?
So
It usually is, mate.
I mean, what was it on Sunday evening? I tore the muscle in my chest. So, and then on the Monday morning, I woke up full of cold, so I was sneezing like mad. And I mean, one thing with a cold, I can normally get rid of them fairly quickly, but
Yeah.
which, what, 3 days I've had this one, and I'm just a bit of a sniffle now. But
It's
you can
weird. I've
imagine the
kind of had
coughing and the
similar.
sneezing has,
Yeah.
it's been really, really painful. And I'm still very tender in my chest, but the problem being is that, just you don't want to be doing anything that's sort of going to be.
You tested yourself for COVID, didn't you?
I didn't need to. I knew I didn't have COVID.
Are you
Honest.
sure?
Yeah. No. Seriously. I have had it before, and no, I didn't need to do that. But
Hi,
no, I'm
Quirky.
fine.
Good morning.
And now I can't see chat.
Yeah, it's been really weird on here lately. It's actually started skipping on me, and
Yeah.
then it'll skip backwards by like half an hour. So
Hmm.
it'll remove everything I've seen in chat and just start from like half an hour previous. Weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit. Andrew sounds British. Why does Andrew sound British? Tell Andrew to stop pretending to be British. I am British.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm well enough. I could have done the Saturday show tonight, but the thing is that I do a lot of preparation for it during the week, and
Yeah.
because I just thought, we'll leave it one more week. What? But it's been off the air for 3 weeks now, so
It's been 3 weeks. It's been
yep,
I didn't realise it'd been 3.
yeah, we had been off the air for 3 weeks. So, but we're back next week. Fingers crossed. Touch wood. And then, yeah, but so
Look, we all understand, Andrew. Like life comes first.
yeah,
So if you're not been well, if you've got other things you need to catch up on, people get it. Come back and do a really good show when you come back, but don't stress about it.
Oh, I don't stress, honest. So, what was I going to say? You was asking earlier about microscope. What you putting the Corrie under the
You said
microscope
something
for?
about a Corey under a microscope.
Yeah, can I share screens on with you?
Yeah.
It's present. Let me have a look. I've got to find the photograph first. Oh, I know where it is. Right, hang on, because I've got Corries, and because the past few weeks I've been a little bit behind on water changes.
Yeah.
Hi, Jimmy.
I know that.
Jimmy P's in.
Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy. I just popped
Jimmy.
in.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Don't let Jimmy leave. So, Jimmy, does that mean you're going to come up?
Don't let Andrew leave, he says. But
Thanks for posting
right,
all the links. So, Vald, hello. Good morning. Good to see you.
Where is photos?
Oh, and I think I saw Raina. Raina came in before. Hi, Raina. Guten Tag.
So we've been a little bit unwell over the past few weeks, I've got a little bit behind on water changes. And
I'm a little bit under the weather, and I think it's just the changing of the seasons because it's starting to get cold here. It's just started cooling down of an evening.
Since we put the clocks forward, I haven't been brilliant.
Yeah. I just figured it was just because it's starting to get a little cooler of an evening. But I've had a little bit of a sniffle, like just a persistent sniffle, and not feeling too well. Bit drained, and I just figured it's because I haven't been at work. I'm one of those kinds of people. I'll work and work and work and work and work, and then as soon as I have some time off, I die. That's just I've got nothing to do. I don't have to do anything. So therefore, my body just kind of goes, "Oh crap! All right, I could fall apart now."
Yes. Again, to be honest, a little fed up with.
Vibes is at his local coffee shop with JD Tropicals. Well, enjoy your coffee. See you later on, Vibes. Thanks for stopping in. Speaking of coffee.
So I got a little bit behind on water changes, and I've lost an angel. We lost it yesterday.
Oh.
Where's the photos? And it's an adult angel, so we're a bit disappointed that we've lost it. But I cannot find what I'm looking for.
I feel really bad for my little Otto having a fuzzy fin. I feel guilty because I've been a bit lax with my water changes and tank maintenance as well. Like seeing him with a fuzzy fin, I'm like, oh shit! Direct result of my laziness. My poor little fish is suffering.
I'll just take some photographs of this curry under the microscope. And can I find them?
You said you knew where they were.
No, I thought I did. Photos. No.
A lot of plants and fish lives very minimal. Almost done with it, or may just start over on that tank. Sometimes it's easier from the beginning. Yeah.
So I was going to show you these photos to see if anybody knew what the problem was. Because some of the curries have now got white. All I can say is it's almost like a teardrop type thing on the. It's not fluffy. It's just a white sort of round nobule on the ones on the fish. Yeah, I think I've got about 3 of them have got this. And I just wondered if anybody knew what it was.
It could be some sort of bacterial thing.
Possible. You can see me frantically looking, can't you? If anybody's saying to me, talking to me in chat, I'm not looking at the moment. Pictures.
My chat's kind of slow this morning, so I don't know if people are chatting or not. I'll catch up in a Rico.
I mean, fortunately, I do have this digital microscope. And they're not expensive on Amazon, but they're absolutely brilliant for having a close look at your fish if there's anything.
Hello.
Hi, Jimmy. How you doing,
Hi,
mate?
Jimmy. Good morning.
Hey, All right, Andrew, you can't hide from me. You can't. You can't hide. You thought you'd slip in the back door on Adele's stream without telling anyone?
You know, I'll tell you what, I've got the two best stalkers here. Because I goes on a channel the other day. Who's there? Adele. She's stalking me. And now you're stalking me?
Well,
Do you know what it is? Jimmy, you know what it is, don't you? I'm so bloody damn good looking. That's all it is.
I was going to say it's
No,
because
it just means that we all go around the same stream.
pretty much, yeah. We live the same bloody boring life.
You're growing a beard.
No, I just didn't shave because I didn't have to do a broadcast today with somebody who keeps canceling our show. I'm under contract with you, buddy. You're paying
The
me
worst
whether
thing
we.
is Jimmy's like, I could have done the Here Fishy stream today. I'm like,
You're paying me whether we do the show or not. You silly Englishman.
oh, Jimmy, you've got kittens. I haven't seen the video yet.
Oh,
I saw
well,
it about them feeding. That's really cute.
yeah. I was gonna set up a little camera in front of her little house, which she's nursing in, and
How are they all doing?
oh, they're fine. She had four. I was
Oh.
hoping for 2 or 3, but she had 4, which is okay. But I have to rehome these kittens. I cannot keep any more. We're taking care of over 30 cats
Yeah.
in our shelter here. So I can't keep any of these guys, but I brought her in. I wanted to rescue her, but I didn't know she was pregnant when I brought her in. So there you go.
Cats are really good at that.
Oh,
They're able to hide their pregnancy really well
Well,
until
she
they know
did.
they're safe, and then they pop.
That's exactly what she did. She's a little shit cat, is what she is. Yep. But she's doing great. She's doing great.
Oh,
And speaking of doing great, Andrew, you look like you're doing better.
I'm a lot
Andrew?
better, thank you.
Pay attention, Andrew. What
Yes,
are you doing now?
I'm here.
He's trying to find this photo
I'm
of this
looking.
corridor up.
Well, no, I have a
So-
theory. I have a theory. What's wrong with your Corys? I do.
You need them. You want them.
They don't. No, they don't like you at all. They're faking an illness, so you give them away to someone else.
Oh, God.
Funny.
How is the fish lady?
How are you, Donna? Donna?
The fact that he has to turn around and ask.
I know.
Jimmy wants to know how you are. He's stalking
Aside-
me.
Aside from putting up with this pork pie bandit over here.
Oh dear.
Adele, how has your time off been, my dear?
It's been good. I can't believe I'm halfway through it already.
Well, that's okay. Have you gone to the movie theater yet?
No.
We said you.
But I'm going to be doing my trip into the city to go to the museum.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
the
that'll
museum-
happen this week, coming
The muse-
sometime.
The museum sounds wonderful. I wish I could go with you.
Yeah. I finally got myself like a battery pack, so I can charge my
Oh,
phone.
Good deal.
So yeah,
Awesome. Terrific. Well,
got that
I
all
really,
charged up and ready to go, and
I really do
it's gonna
hope
be
you're
good.
enjoying your time off. You know, you
Oh, I
deserve.
am.
You deserve.
I'm
that.
actually I'm dreading going back to work.
Well, don't let that spoil the time you have left. Come on now, just have fun.
Yeah.
Just have fun. Right, Andrew? As the king of comedy that you are, you
Yeah.
know all about fun, don't you?
I am. I'm enjoying it, and I've been, mucking around with my fish tanks and getting this one sorted. And so, as I was saying earlier, I had to go to the LFS yesterday to get some meds to treat one of my tanks.
Yeah.
So one of my little ottos has a fuzzy fin.
Okay.
So whether he's knocked about in there and got an injury and I don't know what's happened. Whether it's just it looks bacterial. So I
Yeah.
just went and got some Primafix API.
Good stuff. Yeah, that's good
Yeah.
stuff.
It should be for $20 something a bottle.
Well, I know. It's terrible.
And
But
it smells like something from, like, I remember that smell from my childhood and I can't pin it. It's like pine
TCP.
tarsol or something. It smells like pine tarsol.
Your parents weren't slipping you Primafix, were they?
No, we never had fish when I was a kid.
Okay.
So yeah, I did a big water change, somewhere between 40 and 50% yesterday on that tank, and added the Primafix. So I've been treating that for the next 7 days.
Right. Yeah. It takes a few days before you notice anything.
I might even do it just for the extra week, just to be sure. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Yeah. There's no harm in that, you know. And
as soon as I treated, he's looking turkey already.
Did you set up a little hospital tank separately?
Well, I'm just treating the whole tank.
Okay.
Just in case.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't want it to spread to the other fish, so I'm just going to treat that whole tank. It smells like cloves. Oh, is that what it is? I could remember that smell, and yeah, it is like cloves, which is weird.
Well, hello, Coral. I didn't see you. I'm not paying attention.
Again,
I'm out of practice. I've been guesting on a lot of stuff.
Krakatoa, and I forget the other.
But I have not done anything myself, Andrew. Doggone it.
Tree oil. It could be, but I didn't actually know this was an all-natural remedy.
No, I didn't know.
Bay oil, whatever bay oil is.
Pork pies are natural.
Oh, God. Bloody pork pie.
So are you, Andrew, are you ready to commit to next week for sure? Because, I have to check my schedule. I don't know.
I am committed.
Okay. All right. I'll put you down. My services are needed in many, many locations, and I have to. Oh, my.
He's a busy man, Andrew.
Oh, hey, time is money. Well, not really. I wish it was.
Me too.
Back to square one on this.
Yeah, mental gross.
The only way I'm going to do with my foot and find the folder.
Lovey loves fish. Hi, Lovey. I recently discovered her channel. I don't know what took me so long, and now I'm seeing Lovey everywhere. So it's great to see you. I did subscribe to your channel, Lovey.
Well, that would make sense, Quirky, because it's all natural. It's probably just some botanical mix.
I could say anything because Adele is just going on and on about what she's talking about. And I could say, oh, I just chopped off my left foot. And she'd be talking about the fuzz on her catfish.
I hope you sought medical advice for that, Jimmy.
Ah, okay. I did almost lose a finger when I started this doggone paludarium. I was cutting the wood that I'm using. I used some old mulberry tree branches that I have on my property. And they've been sitting in the yard for 2 years, so they were nice and dry. And I'm cutting them down to size, and I moved my little hand into the wrong spot and darn near chopped off the tip of this finger. I mean it. I almost did. I didn't even tell my wife because she thinks I'm such a klutz. So I was walking around with a bandaged finger, and she didn't even ask. Shows you how much she pays attention. Anyway, it's all good. I healed,
Yeah.
but I did put blood into this project. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. No one can accuse you of not putting some blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Oh man. And it's become a monster, this project. But that's okay because gosh darn it, I haven't done anything. I really haven't. I just feed fish, clean tanks. It was boring. So I just took this
Yeah.
empty 55 that was leaking and I fixed only, it's only going to have that much water in it for a paludarium.
Yeah.
So I just resealed the bottom portion of it and said, I'm going to make a paludarium. And I started watching all these videos. And of course,
That you watched Serpe Designs?
Yeah, oh.
Tanner is amazing, and his step-by-steps are so good.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know how he does it with his videos because everything is so
because
nice.
he's been doing it for years, Jimmy.
If I had to film this video would already be 5,000 hours long if I I mean, I have put stuff in, torn it out, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, yes, his videos are fantastic, and he has been a huge help to me. This is my very first one. So keep your fingers crossed because...
Oh, absolutely. Can't wait to see it finished as well.
Yeah, and I do know what fish I'm putting it in. I'm putting golden white clouds in there because they're a cold water fish, and I don't have to heat the water or anything. I
finally got to see some here, white cloud minnows, and they're really cute.
You can see them back here in my turtle tank. There they are, swimming around.
Oh yeah.
And they exercise my turtle.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, so they're like dither fish for your turtle.
Yep. Oh yeah, he can't catch them, but now he doesn't even pay attention to them. He's at first he tried to catch them. He's doubled in size, and now they'll come down and take food out of his mouth. I mean, he doesn't care. Yeah, they're bold little guys, and he's like, "Hey, that's my lunch." But yeah, I'm actually kind of. My gosh, I've had the older ones in here are over a year old, and they're not much. They're about an inch.
Mm-hmm.
They're about an inch and a quarter at the most. The females get a little bigger. But their colors are magnificent.
I went to an aquarium shop last weekend, and they had some musk turtles, and they were, probably.
Oh, you meant the turtle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the bloody fish.
The turtle. Well, I got him about an inch and a half as a baby, and now he is about 3 inches, and he's over a year old. They will get, I've heard, 6 inches maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So eventually he'll have to go into something else, but that's a long way away because he is growing very slowly. And I'm sad to say, but happy for him that he's probably going to outlive me. So I have to put him in a living will. Who's going to take care of him? They can live 20, 25, 30 years,
Darren, I've just shared the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Of the curry, yeah. I can't put it. You've got to do it.
Oh, there we are. Oh, it didn't make a noise. There.
Oh.
These white nobules appearing on the curries.
Oh.
Okay. I've seen something like that before. Not on my fish, but I've seen it.
Wow.
Come on. I know maybe Coral might know something about that. Maybe Mark. I don't know. Nathan might.
Yeah, let's see if anyone knows.
I've seen it, but I'm not going to venture a guess because I'm not sure. It almost looks like
I've never seen anything like that.
Of fungus,
I'd rather treat him
whenever you see white.
Yeah. I mean, I know
When
it's
did
not white spotted.
when did this start up? Just recently?
I noticed it yesterday.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah, we lost an angel in the same tank.
Oh,
We've been ill, Jimmy. Water changes. I've got a little bit behind on, so the water quality issue isn't very good. So they've now had a massive water change, but this appeared yesterday, and it's on about 3 of the curries that I've got. We've got about 8 or 9 curries.
and have you done anything yet?
Is it all just in
No,
the same spot?
no,
Or
there's
is it?
another one. This is on its anal fin. Not,
Mm.
it's not the anal, is it? Pectoral fin. But there's another one on the same fish on its dorsal.
Let me think. Let me
Wow.
think. I
But
saw.
they're not just on the fins, they are also.
Cories will sometimes get white fat deposits if they're eating a lot, particularly on their dorsal and pectoral fins.
Right. Stop feeding the
Ah.
buggers then. Right.
And
I
Coral,
mean, it
what?
does look like what fatty deposits, doesn't it?
Well, yeah.
And what
Well, now I
caused?
know what to look for.
Well, what causes that, Coral?
Overeating.
Overfeeding.
Well, no. I mean, but what?
Hmm.
What is that reaction? What is it doing? You know,
Well,
that's
they're
what I.
just expelling the excess fat that their bodies can't process.
Gosh, I'm glad we don't have that problem. Can you imagine?
I
Hmm.
wish. I wish I had that problem.
What? Having white things hanging all over your body?
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
want to.
excess fat that I could expel from my body.
Well, that's a different story. Doggone it. Yeah. Nathan has.
Yeah, you're right, Quirky. He's not saying that it's necessarily what it is, but if you had the angel
Hmm.
die, that could be related.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, all the other fish are looking fine.
You know
There's
what? That's what.
nothing on any other fish except the curries.
Hmm.
That is what is amazing about this hobby
It's
because
just like a camel hump. They go away if you fast them for a few days.
I'm laughing because if I fast these fish, the angels will eat the curries.
I think maybe a good thing for me to do. I don't know if anybody else does it or not, but I mean it
Hmm.
is part of the hobby. Might be to look up the average lifespan in captivity of all the fish that I keep. I don't really know that information.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
for whatever.
Well, my Corey's already right up there. She's like 4 years old.
Yeah, I honestly have never researched any of that with any of the fish that I have.
Hmm.
Might be a good thing to know because if
Hmm.
they start dying, it could be old age, and I wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got back into the hobby 3 or 4 years ago, we bought some. The first tank we set back up was we had some cardinals and some zebrafish, and we've got one
Yeah,
cardinal, one zebra still from the original, and they're in the same tank as these curries. They're doing fine, and they must be what 4-year-old.
I haven't seen her in a couple of days.
That's
Yeah.
I would
Especially
have to
now.
guess that's a pretty good age for that fish.
Mhm.
4 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not this particular curry.
I only have to
I mean,
stir
this
up on
is
my fucking lemon overfed, but it looks more pink on my Corey's, not as white as what you're showing, Andrew. I'm no expert.
That's another interesting thing, Andrew,
yeah,
about having a community type tank with multiple species of fish,
That's
and only
what
one of them gets sick.
yeah.
That has happened. Thank goodness. You know.
Mm.
Yeah, so
There's
that's a good
Jeff.
place to start. Anyway, it gives you somewhere to
Hiya,
start
Jeff.
looking into these. So overfeeding.
Well,
I don't think it's a water quality issue. I'd say that Quirky's probably right there. And just try cutting back on their food a little bit.
I think that's what I'll probably do. Is just I'll starve them for a couple of days and
That
see how we go on.
that will not hurt them one bit. That's right.
No.
I think we've all learned the number one poo-poo thing that people do is overfeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you.
Hello, Red Laser.
Red Laser.
Hello,
Nice to see
Jeff.
you.
Mr. Jeff Pelham.
Jeff was back on the other day, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night. He did ask me to pop up, but
Quirky's
Go on, Liz.
asking, can you target feed the angels? Well, that way, so the Corys aren't getting fed.
Well,
I could try hand
You
feeding.
can try.
well, there's surface feeders. I mean, if you can get them to grab it right away.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Sarah, you're right. You should, Nathan, you should take advantage of all the smart people. There's lots of people in chat and
Where are
in here
they?
today, and you are more than welcome to ask away. We don't learn if we don't ask.
That's correct. Or keep an open mind. Keep that brain
Yes,
open
true.
to suggestions. And they are.
So-
They are suggestions.
So, question number 1.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
No, we've
I
had
know what-
question number 1, haven't we? Question number 2.
I know what Jeff's going to say. He's going to say seahorse. Hello, Melvin. Nice to see you, buddy.
Oh, dear. Funny stuff.
Let me see. There's been something on my mind.
You guys
Yes.
are going to have to.
I'm
You guys
getting
are gonna
really
have to
close
stop
to
making
testing
me
the
laugh.
water. I'm getting really close to taking some water down to the LFS and getting it tested for this tank.
That's a good idea.
Well, this is week 3, I think. So it's looking good. I've had one loss, but that could be, any number of reasons. I think they were stressing out. These are all males in here, so they're just constantly chasing each other around and picking on each other. So, but they've been in there for over a week with no issues. Seahorses.
There was something on my mind. Are you saying that Jeff was on again last night? Or you're 8 hours ahead, so I don't know exactly when that was, Andrew. I saw him during the day with Stubby. That's what I was talking about. Was he on again?
Oh,
No,
I don't know.
it was.
I don't think so.
I think it was about 11 o'clock or midnight for me, and but by that time I'm absolutely shattered. So
Yeah. Oh, same stream.
so I'd just be sort of like going to
Different
sleep.
parts of the world.
Well, right now the 3 of us. Oh my gosh, we got the time zones all over the place on this.
Oh yeah, we got it covered, I think.
Wow. Oh, okay. Coral said it was the same stream. Okay, very good.
Yeah. Quirky's
It was,
asking how your ribs are, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they are a lot better. I mean today's been the best day of the week, but some of that is because my cold's disappearing as well.
Yeah.
But earlier on the week when I was sneezing and coughing, it was horrendous.
I did that one time in my life, so I know what you're talking about.
Hey, good one, Quirky. Time trifecta.
It's like your ribs are ripping out of your body when you cough the wrong way.
Yeah, it's not just that; it's moving about as well. I mean, I'm quite mobile again now, but
Yeah.
it sort of goes through your mind. You know, you pick something up or you twist or whatever, and
Yeah.
the only thing I've got at the moment with it is nighttime. Last night there was a lot of pain. You know, when you're tossing and turning, and
Right.
but today I just seem to have, been a lot better.
That's good.
Not as sore as I have been. So going back to what Jimmy was saying earlier about, am I planning on doing the show next Saturday? The answer is yes at this moment in time.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of a dress rehearsal for you, and you have another week or 6 days
Well,
to recover.
it's the first time I've been on a live
I know.
for a while.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
I was
for a
gonna.
little while.
I nearly jumped on with Adele. I think it was just over a week ago. And
Yeah.
was it last Saturday morning or something like that? And
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the time I got
Oh yeah, because I
sorted
only
to get
streamed
on,
for about 8 minutes, and then I sat in the backstage area.
and then it just went. I thought, oh, okay.
Yep.
Bye then.
Thanks, Quirky.
Mm.
Good morning, Ritesh.
Jeff and I, and he already knows this, we're going to be doing a trade.
Oh,
Oh,
Very
yeah.
soon.
I know about that. You've talked.
Yeah, very
discussed
soon,
it.
I hope.
well, I don't.
Because I have not bought or received a fish in 11 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's because of this right here.
Yeah.
This little cash flow problem that we have
Yeah.
in our little abode. Boy, last winter was rough on us. Our utility bills, we weren't prepared for that. But it was a really cold winter here in the desert, believe it or not. And we kind of we
I don't know what it's going to be like here this year. I'm not looking forward to the power bills either, but I mean, my summer bills are usually more than my winter ones.
Air conditioning.
Yeah.
I think I have to go and get a couple of replacement heaters for my 5-gallon tanks, but other than that, I'm pretty well prepared now. We've all got heaters in. Everyone's doing okay for now.
Very, very good. Hi, Ritesh. How are you, buddy? It did, however, that something good did come out of it. I slowly converted all of my tanks to room temperature. I'm not running any heaters anymore, and that's going to help out.
Yeah. I started doing that as well a couple of years ago, where as it warmed up, I'd pull the heaters out. So I've only just put them back in about a week ago. And I've just run everything at room temperature.
I don't have any, fragile, have to be so warm fish. So they're all going to adjust over the summer and break into the fall and winter, and I'm just going to see how it works. I think it'll be fine. It's normally in wintertime, the room temperature is about 75. So I think that's right in the nice
middle. Should be all right.
Yeah. I mean, I have a few cichlids, but they'll adjust. I know they will.
Oh, wow, Ricky. Over 43 degrees Celsius here. That's, over 100 degrees.
It's
like 110 degrees.
And where is Ritesh? Okay. I keep forgetting where Ritesh lives. Obviously, it isn't Detroit.
You never know.
It's India.
Yeah.
India?
Hey, Steve.
There's Steve-O, one of my honorary grandchildren. Even though you're technically you're old enough to be my son, had I been frisky at 40.
Got over 80 degrees Fahrenheit here yesterday. Oh, nice. See, anything over about 75 is nice weather.
It's confirmed it's India.
Yeah.
Wow. When I think of India, I think of hot weather. I
Mm.
do.
I was once on one of the Greek islands, and that got up to about 40 degrees Celsius, and that was hot.
Oh, it's brutal. It is brutal.
Mm.
It really is.
Yeah.
Especially when you have consistent hot temperatures like that. And,
Mm.
it doesn't cool down. It might cool down a couple of degrees in the middle of the night if you're lucky. So you don't really get that rest from that high temperature.
Mm.
First time I saw the porcupines panting like dogs with their tongues out, the
Oh my
albinos
gosh.
were on their side. Oh, no.
Oh my
Never knew they could.
gosh.
Well, they have to. I don't think they sweat.
I don't know. I've never asked a
Poor little
porcupine.
guys.
Hey, Andrew, speaking of weather,
Set up a misting system, Ritesh. Get some misters going. I love it.
speaking of weather, Andrew, in the
Yes.
UK, what's the warmest time of year and how warm does it get? And please use Fahrenheit for me.
Summer for about 2 weeks.
Probably about right. I think we're having it tomorrow, Monday. We get, and I've got to use Celsius, Jimmy. Sorry.
Oh
But,
gosh.
15. We're talking on Monday. It's during the week. We forecast some nice sunny weather, but
So in
we're
the
gutted
50s.
because it's in the 50s, is
50s?
it?
50s.
I-
Really?
You said like 15 degrees, did you?
Yeah.
Hey, what came first, centigrade or Fahrenheit?
That's a good question. I don't actually know.
And why do different parts of the world use different measurements? I don't understand. That just messes the whole world
Why
up.
do we have different units of currency?
Well, shoot.
Well,
Same thing,
I didn't know there was going to be a quiz.
Me either.
I've got the questions waiting if you want a quiz.
I would assume only because, the
Yeah.
United States, the Western Hemisphere is a lot younger, so I would assume maybe centigrade came first.
People die in England in 26 degrees Celsius. Mark.
Mark says because Americans are backwards. I have no doubt that we are, Mark. I'm not going to deny that. You will never hear me argue for some of the things that Americans do, okay?
No comment.
Yeah.
Right, here, Jimmy. Then, question number 1.
Okay.
In Greek mythology, who was the god of wine?
The god of wine?
Yeah.
As in the drink.
Well, it's open to anybody. So come on, we'll have a look in
God of
chat as well.
like a woman complaining wine.
Wow.
No, the drinking wine.
Our man. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. The god of wine. I have never ever heard that question.
Mark is saying Bacchus. I don't actually know.
Where did you
I
get
don't know
that?
enough Greek mythology.
Andrew's pulling questions out of his behind again.
I wonder the money difference from $1 AU and $1 US. It's usually about 70 cents.
The last time
So we get 70 cents to the dollar for American dollar.
the
You
last
guys
time
would be able to bring money over and it would go further.
Ritesh has
remember,
got it.
and I
I'm a
don't
rose
remember
dinosaur.
why I researched it, but it was years and years ago. The English pound was equal to $3 American, and I know it's not that anymore. I know that. I, I, I think it's a lot less.
Mm.
And then you got the euros. The euros always confused me too.
Yeah.
We never went for that one.
I actually bought record albums back when I was in heavily into that hobby from overseas and had to convert to euros to figure out how much I was paying. And that
Yeah.
was a lot. That difference was a lot. A lot more US dollars than euro at the time.
Oh,
Which
definitely.
yeah. That's when I had money, okay?
Those were the days.
Yeah, really, really. I don't know. Hey, I'm fine. I'm comfortable. We have a roof over our head and I can take a hot shower or a bath whenever I want.
Yeah.
And I guess being brought up in a very financially challenged home that my mother managed very well when I was a young boy, I have
Yeah.
learned to be grateful for what I have and not complain about what I don't. So I'm fine.
Absolutely.
I'm blessed
Extreme
to
heat
have
and
the life
mental
that I have.
cigarette. Money, what's money? I know, right?
Jeff says I sound like him. Well, I hope so, Jeff, because I'm perfectly content with my life. Sure,
Yeah.
I'd like to go out in the backyard and find a chest of
I
buried
don't,
treasure.
I
you
don't
know,
own any. I don't own anything very fancy. Like everything in this house is secondhand, except for a couple of things. It's all, it's all crap. But I have a roof over my head. I've got food in the cupboard and the fridge. I've got, my
yes,
cat's healthy. I'm healthy.
yeah,
You got a
Really,
brand new aquarium.
clean clothes on my back. So there are things. Everyone goes, oh yeah, I'd love a new car. I'd love, new furniture, a new house. But
well,
realistically, with the way things are at the moment, we can't afford that. Be
yeah,
happy
but
with what you got. Like,
Adele, I cannot tell you how happy I am for you to say that. Thank you.
okay, honestly, it's not about who can have all the newest stuff. It's, live well, live comfortably, live within your means.
Right.
I'm not
And it,
averse to if it happens, it happens. We still have what we need. And yeah, exactly. I know. Like, look, money makes the world go round, but
in a
I don't
crazy,
have fancy stuff, but I have what I need.
yeah, and in a crazy way, it makes me appreciate when I can get something, whether it's there
Yeah, exactly.
for myself
Priorities, food, clothing, and a roof. Everything else is an add-on. Yeah, it's an added
or
bonus.
or for my wife and granddaughter. It's a little more challenging, but it makes it more special. It really does.
I can remember Red Laser when we had 1 and 2 cent pieces, and I can remember as a small child, my mum had a penny, um, a big penny, and we used to, do coin tosses and stuff with it. I don't know what happened to it.
Back
Even
before
nickels
I
cost
was,
more to make than they're worth. Yeah.
yeah, you know what? I can't tell you the last time I've even held a coin. Everything is with a card nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've engineered it that way, Jimmy. Like we're
Well,
starting to really go cashless here as well. And it was all
I,
engineered because of COVID.
I like the idea of walking around with a little cash in my pocket. I haven't
Yeah.
done that in years. I haven't.
Playing 2 up. Yeah, exactly, Mark.
what's this piece, coin, whatever of currency in the UK, Andrew?
Pence, pounds.
And
So,
amount is
what?
what? What's the
Pound?
amount?
Oh,
A
the
pound.
amount. Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
100 pence equals £1.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah,
Adele, how
100
about
cents
you?
equals dollars and cents. Say that 100 cents equals $1.
Okay.
Hmm.
I had the same $35 in my wallet for 3 years, Mark.
I believe that, Mark, you cheapskate.
Right?
Ah, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, exactly, Ritesh. You're able to control, like when you're holding physical cash in your hand, you have more control over
Oh,
what you're spending it on.
Yeah.
Where with
That's
the
okay.
online payments and things, you don't necessarily feel it as much, so you tend to spend more.
Hey,
You do when somebody nicks your wallet.
well,
Yeah.
yeah. I tell you what, cash. He's exactly correct. When I dealt in cash, I was never in debt ever because you can't spend what you don't have.
Yeah. You hold yourself more accountable when you're holding physical cash. You are more accountable. You go, okay,
Yeah,
I've only got this much. This is my budget. Swiping the card is so much easier.
it's kind of common sense, but it's
All
true.
these buy now, pay later things. I've been reading some articles as well that are talking about just this and things like Afterpay and all of those, pay in
Yeah.
full payments. How it's actually going to cause more damage in the long run for people who, they're using it to buy groceries and stuff now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Right.
Thank
I
God
don't agree with that.
I haven't reached that point yet, thank goodness. But yeah,
I
I would.
understand that, people need to eat, but when your priorities are, so stretched that you need to,
Yes.
take a loan to buy your groceries,
Yeah,
for lack of a better,
you
you're
restate.
basically loaning your groceries.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
What Cora is saying is right. They're saying everyone wants to blame COVID,
Blame
but we've been
COVID, but
moving.
we've been moving to cashless. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like
Still different
the
for
price of oil. They're all blaming Ukraine.
Yeah.
Not blaming Ukraine, but they're blaming the Ukraine
Quirky.
war on it now. But before that, they were blaming COVID.
Yeah.
I know that like what Quirky says is true, but they use these big anomaly events
Mm.
to rush things into effect.
Well, anybody with an ounce of sense knows that the problems that the United States is facing right now has nothing to do with COVID. And I'll just say that
Yeah, well,
and
the
move on.
US has had its fair share of issues for a really long time. And I think those big events kind of bring everything to the forefront.
Well, a young gentleman has done, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Jimmy went all still on me then. I thought I'd lost my connection.
Like,
I was deep in thought, or I was falling asleep. Either one, I don't know.
Well,
Boy,
I'm getting there now.
I tell you what, Andrew, I have been taking a lot of abuse from my friends and chats. Boy, they're hitting me with the old man jokes. Man, are they hitting me? They are hitting me hard.
but that's because you agreed to do Boom and Boomer with B Wizzle.
Well,
yeah, I did see that. I watched it on the afterplay.
Well, I think my idea of that program is a little different than B Wizzles, okay? Doggone it. He put up these goofy thumbnails of some old guy not knowing how to run a computer and all that stuff.
Mm.
Come on. My God. Come on. Oh,
I think
God.
I think Adele, what we
On mobile
I think what we will
phone,
have
Jimmy.
Coral,
is
stop it. Stop it.
yeah.
Go ahead,
Adele,
Andrew.
one of the competitions to the show next week is count the wrinkles.
Oh,
Well, you can start with my butt. How about that?
Yeah. Mm.
That'll get people talking.
might be there a while.
Mm.
Hey, Adele. Oh, my God. Not you, too. Oh, I don't know. My sense of humor allows me to put up with that abuse. It's all right.
I'm just reading what Nathan put.
Yeah, I was reading that also. Well, there are some people that actually need assistance and do not defraud anything about it. So I'll just speak up for them and say that a lot of it is very necessary and very helpful to a lot of people.
Mm.
Yeah, we've got had a few comments on the wrinkles. Jeff says that will be a very long stream. Coral says 24-hour live stream.
You know what,
And
Coral?
Mark wants to know which wrinkles and where.
The man formerly known as My Fish Tanks Aquatics.
Oh, uh,
So,
I ac-
John,
I actually
John is in chat as just as I follow.
Hi, John.
did I miss
Hello,
John?
John.
Where is he?
He's here. He's no longer My Fish Tanks Aquatics. He is now just stuff
Just
I
stuff
follow.
I follow.
Well, doggone it, John, you should have told me. I have his phone number now. I need to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
I do. Well, okay, John. Just stuff
Well,
I follow.
I'm
Actually,
glad to
that's a
see
pretty
you
darn
here,
good
John.
name. That's a good name, John. Actually, it really is.
Yeah, that's too quirky.
John is one of my little brothers on
It
YouTube.
is. No, it's not an alternative account, quirky. There's been a few goings on, and
Yeah,
John kind of made some executive decisions, and that's fair
I
enough.
I understand that too, Nathan. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Some people don't need it, but he literally drank himself to disability and gets all types of assistance. I was struggling but made too much money, then took a smaller pay and didn't make enough to fit in the window to get assistance. Yeah, I'm kind of in that, I'm on that fence now, Nathan, where I'm working, but I'm still receiving a government social security check. Even though I'm working part-time, I'm not making anywhere near enough.
Right.
I'm only making a couple of $100 a week. So, but that government assistance pays my rent. And I'd pay for everything else. They need to do better at helping people that are actually trying to be a part of the working class. Yeah, I agree with that, Nathan.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There are people that are going to abuse the system everywhere.
Yeah,
And it's
Well,
a shame.
It's in the
Because-
same in the UK as well.
yeah.
It's a shame, too, because what the government does then is they make it even harder and harder.
Only thing I want for free is aquarium stuff, right? Me too.
It seems like the government makes it harder for people that are being honest to get assistance.
Absolutely, yep.
And somehow the dishonest people seem to get it so easily.
Funny.
And I don't understand that.
I used to know people that they rorted the system and claimed disability for issues that they didn't have. And, I've known people that were claiming certain benefits that they shouldn't have and didn't go
I
through
remember
the...
it. I remember
Yes,
a story.
Caroline.
I remember a story from my old hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, that a woman was using 24 identities to get welfare,
Wow.
and they caught her.
The
And
senior
she's
sucks a few days ago, the cops in the wildlife department left my team to die in front of the mob of 5,000 hunters they fought. Wow. That's insane.
there are some crazy things going on in the world,
Oh, absolutely.
but the internet has changed all that. We hear about it now.
Mm.
They may
Hey,
have been,
speaking of Big Whistle,
there he is.
hey, Vivi, how are you?
There's the guy that is using me as his old decrepit partner.
Exploiting the elderly.
Hey, he just got B Whistle
We
just
do
got
try.
B Whistle just got a new laptop, and his show is going to be even better and better now.
Nice.
And I'm really happy for him.
They're going to have another lawsuit. Jeez. He's like, no.
He's funny.
Oh, dear.
Right, guys, I'm going.
No
Oh,
worries.
yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah, I'm
Time for bed.
Yeah.
getting sleepy.
It is 9 p.m. there.
Just.
Yeah.
Well, get your rest, mate. You'll be
Yeah.
back to 100% by next week. I
You
reckon.
I
look
will.
good. You look good, and hug the fish lady for me.
Okay.
Yes,
I'll
but
tell her
don't hurt
that.
yourself.
Oh, yeah.
That's from Jim.
Don't
Oh,
hurt
and
yourself.
Andrew told me that I'm going to be expecting a package in the mail.
Ah,
So
there.
That's
I
if it gets
believe
past
it's,
customs.
Gosh,
it should be fine.
he sends
Unless,
everybody's milk.
unless you stuffed it with a whole heap of hashish, I think we're good.
I'm still waiting for my fish lady mug.
Well, I tried wrapping it in quite a few bags.
Yeah.
For, and put a few peppermints in as well, just to.
Wow, he must really like you. Okay, off you go, Andrew. Then nice to see you.
Well, feel better,
Yeah,
Andrew.
thanks.
Thanks for being up and coming up on panel and
Yeah, you look great, buddy.
hanging
Nice
out
to see
for
you.
a bit.
Yeah, but I was only after advice.
Yeah, well, now you've got something to at least look into a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh, pork pies cannot be imported.
The
Oh,
other
shit.
thing I was going to suggest before you pulled the photo up is to Google now has a search where you can search photographs.
Yeah.
So you could use use the search engine on your photograph to see what comes up.
Yeah. I mean, I did have a look for something, but there were nothing like that came up. But, like white spots on curries. There you are. My fish have gone to bed now.
Well, keep
All the
us
lights out.
updated on that, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have a look next week.
Person.
We'll get the fish out and
Okay.
Awesome.
Because that might help someone if you figure out what's going on and you can cure it, right?
Yeah. Google Lens. Yeah, that's it.
It's
It's
the
a
shizzle
shizzle stick.
stick.
You
Oh,
can
John.
swear in here, John. Just
John.
saying.
John's going over the edge now. He's gone over the edge.
Right. Good night, everybody. And
No worries, Andrew. Have
we
a good
will-
one. Night, Donna.
we'll see you in the show next week. Bye.
All right.
No worries, mate.
I love
See
you,
you then.
Bye.
wacky Englishman.
Bye.
My gosh.
Oh,
Gosh,
dear.
I'm so glad he's gone now. Doggone it.
Oh, that's
Andrew's a piece of work. I love him.
Google Lens is spooky. How is it spooky? It's just an easier way to search. If you've got an issue with your fish, or you're looking at a particular plant or whatever, you just take a photo of it and run a search. You can also choose to add a phrase to it, so you can search the photo and a description. I'm only just starting to dive into it. I really like it. It's been really helpful for me.
I have never used it, so I'm going to check it out. Jimmy, that happens.
If you get a photo of what happened? Wait, what happened 3 days ago?
I don't know.
Me?
I don't know.
Something happened 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Wait.
All I know is we have to have a talk, John. We have to have a talk. Me and you.
What did I miss here? They currently 10 people saw it and spoke up, and my wife and I stepped in. Wait, what?
Oh,
I'm missing a whole story here.
Yeah, I know. And John said he lost his
Last
mind.
night we saw a man hit his 5-year-old closed-fisted, and we stepped in, but the cops said if they can't prove it, then they can't really do much. 10 people saw it and spoke up, but my wife and I stepped in. Oh my gosh. They lived in a van, and the van was rocking, and all you heard was the little boy screaming like he was screaming for his life. Wow.
Well,
Mate, I would have stepped in too. I was so close to spending a night in the lockup. Mother finally came out of the restaurant and said it never happened. We believe he beats them all, and she was scared of what he'd do later on. Yeah. Holy shit.
Unbelievable.
I would have spent the night in lockup too. I would have been like, yep, worth it.
Oh.
Australians are very particular here. There are certain things that you just do not fucking do. One is anything to do with negative action towards children. Anything, that messes with a child is bad, and you will get fucked up for it.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
Big man beats up kid. Some. Can you really even call him a man if he does that? I don't think so. No man beats up a child. And I've always said that there is a fine line between discipline and abuse. That's a very clear case of abuse.
My father was very, very old school when it came to discipline, and I understand that. I understand that now.
Yeah.
But he was quite physical with us. But I don't know. I think it kept me out of trouble when I was a young man. So that's fine. And I know his intentions were good. I do.
Yeah.
But at the time, we did not like our father too much, But
I should have read it. I scrolled past an article yesterday that was actually on this very subject. It was things that your parents did then that they wouldn't get away with now.
Right.
Like legally speaking.
Right.
Like
exactly.
smoking in the car with your children and all those sorts of things. I didn't read it, and I should have now, because that would have been perfect. First thing he said when the van door opened was he was sorry. All of us heard it and told the cops, and still nothing as far as we know. They asked us to go on our way after we told them everything. Wow, that's messed up, though. Hitting a woman, my wife, and getting arrested is why I quit drinking. Yeah.
Well,
that sounds
John,
like a very good reason to quit.
Yeah, and good for you, John. You recognized the issue and you took care of it, and you can't do better than that. You can't do better than that. So good for you.
It takes a very strong person to recognize that you have a problem and then take steps to change that behavior. It's
Oh, yeah.
a very confronting experience.
I know that all too well because as a young man, I had a severe anger issue. I
Yeah.
mean, it was bad. And I went to counseling, and you wouldn't know it now that I had an anger issue, but I took care of it, and my life improved immensely, and I'm glad that I did
Yeah.
that. And part of that was uh, the way we were raised. I mean, my father was a very physical person, so
Yeah.
but I never used that as an excuse. I was accountable for my own actions, and I took action against myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a big accountability guy. I don't want to hear
Oh,
excuses
absolutely.
from anyone.
Yeah.
We're all we're all adults here. If we're doing something stupid,
Hello, Stubbs.
we're responsible. Stubby, nice to see you.
I got everyone in here today. Jeez. That's great. Shit, I need to stream at this time more often.
Yeah, I'm supposed to
I
be
really,
getting some work done, and you got me in here watching you. But it's my work. At least I'm not hedging on anything
yeah,
I'm supposed to be doing for anybody else, you know.
yeah, yeah.
I do have another half of the front lawn to cut. It's pretty much weeds from all the rain we got over the winter.
Yeah.
And then they just dry up in the desert sun, and I end up with a nice sandy beach of a front yard. Yep.
Fake turf.
Yeah. Oh, believe it or not, that's big out here.
I don't believe it.
There's quite a few houses around here that have the artificial grass.
We had a bit of a phase here for a while where people just started installing the fake grass.
Yeah.
And I get it.
It's
Well, the newest one is clover.
fake clover.
Yeah. No,
Well,
like actual
oh,
growing
clover.
clover instead
Oh,
of grass.
okay. As a ground cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I've been seeing that around a lot lately, and I kind of like it.
So
It's a very natural.
it must be very tolerant to the heat, huh?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think you'd need a decent amount of water, but um, at least here, watering at certain times of the day ensures that your plants are actually going to get the correct amount. Because I think you understand it as well. Getting so hot, the water just dissipates. Watering overnight and that sort of thing is a much better way for your plants to actually absorb that water
Uh-huh.
instead of
Yeah.
it just dissipating. Hi, Nils. Hi,
Well, I would
Nils.
say my soil here is about 75% sand and the rest is natural
Yeah,
or whatever you want to call it. So I would have to water to have
yeah.
any kind of a lawn, and I'm not going to do that. You know,
No,
silly.
no. Well, see, in cases like that, you're better off getting the turf done. It's lower maintenance. You're not wasting water,
Right.
and it looks good all year round.
True. That's true. My stepson has it over at his house, and I used to cut his grass, so I don't mind.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, and there's something wrong with that picture. I used to cut his grass. Come on now.
right.
Really?
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
Oh dear. You got roped into that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, what the heck? I don't understand that. That was before I got sick too, so I
Yeah.
couldn't be doing it anyway. But yeah, he just opted to get the artificial stuff and no maintenance, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's got a
Does
little
anyone
more.
actually need a lawn? It depends. If you got pets, I think that a well manicured and well maintained lawn is a sign of status, where it used to be. The better the area you lived in, your lawns were always maintained and green and lush, and your gardens and everything.
Yeah,
These days it's kind of
yeah, I
yeah,
think
whatever.
yeah, I think that was part of it. Yeah, I do. It's kind of like you want to maintain your yard the same as the people around you.
Yeah,
And yeah.
plants can do everything. And I have prairie instead of lawn.
I got it. I understand.
Prairie. Do you get tumbleweeds?
We have them here.
I think they're so cool.
They are interesting, aren't they?
They're very interesting. Like,
Yeah.
spend years and years and years rolling through the desert, and
That's how they propagate.
Yeah.
Yep. They
As
just
soon as
drop
they get
seed.
stuck somewhere, they drop and propagate. It's amazing.
Yep. Yeah, it starts off as a bush and it dries up and somehow it turns itself into a perfectly round ball. Yeah, we see them blowing all around here.
Yeah, cutting grass and maintaining it is an effort in futility.
Well,
Yeah.
I tossed that idea a long time ago, thank goodness.
I mean, certain times of the year here, like through summer, we were getting the lawn done every couple of weeks. But we've had a lot of unseasonable amount of rain as well, so which has been good. I love the rain. I really do. I love doing lawn maintenance.
Jeff says he hates mowing.
If it wasn't for the absolute backbreaking work, I love like yard design.
Yeah. Yeah.
A good retaining wall.
Yeah.
Tumbleweeds give the Wild West movie vibes. Yeah, they do.
It's true. You always see them in the westerns, don't you?
I don't know about that, Stubbs. I've never seen snow unless you count the stuff in the back of the freezer.
Isn't that something?
I know.
Yeah.
People go, huh, when I say that, but it's true. Like, you look in the back of the freezer, there's that frost in the freezer. That's what I see.
Well, it has only snowed here twice in the last 10 years, so. And it was just a light little dusting, little teeny flakes falling down.
Yeah. We've had certain places here have had that where it's never snowed before. There are a couple of places that have snow. It's just not a lot.
Right.
It's going to snow a bit Tuesday, but it's hot today.
I do want to add one thing to Jeff saying that he hates to mow the lawn. The one good thing about mowing a lawn, I've always loved it from the time I was a little boy and my dad was doing our backyard, is the smell of the grass.
I knew you were going to say that.
There is nothing like that smell.
Me too.
Oh, it is fantastic. I love that smell.
Isn't it that and the smell of the rain? Like just before it rains, that smell.
Yes, and I miss that too because it doesn't rain here that much. It did this past winter, but normally it does not.
It's really beautiful in Michigan today.
That's
You've
true,
got a lot of forest in Michigan, don't you?
What's that?
Is there a lot of forest area in Michigan?
Oh, I'm sure there is. Yeah, sure. Undeveloped areas and whatnot, sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
Coro is right. I live in an area in California where it isn't required that I have a fake grass lawn.
Yeah, it hailed here before the mangoes had fruited, so mostly 80% fell in my orchard this year.
There are no
we didn't
rules
get any mangoes this year. I've got that big, beautiful mango tree outside, and in
Oh
order
boy.
for them to install our new fence, they had the neighbour got one of the branches on the tree cut, and it's like a massive thing. So yeah, the tree stressed out, didn't fruit, didn't flower, or it flowered, but it didn't fruit.
Ah.
It's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sprung back and it's grown a little more. You see all the new growth on it, but we won't get mangoes until next season, I don't think.
That's a shame.
I hate it. People just come walking into our yard, and like there's a couple of there's Asian ladies that live in the area, and like every morning they were coming into our yard and going through all of the mangoes that had dropped onto the ground. But what they don't realize is that they're on the ground because the bats have bitten into them and
Ha
roughed
ha
them
ha
off.
ha.
And
Wow. Yeah.
so they're taking these mangoes. I'm like, you silly ladies, like you're going to end up getting sick.
That's true. You think they would know better.
And then I'd say something because they're just outside my window. I open up my window and go, hey, you're trespassing, you need to leave. And they look at me like I have 3 heads.
Uh-huh. Well.
Like, oh, me pretend no speak English?
Do you see what Stubbs said about lawnmowers?
I love the serenade of all the lawnmowers firing up as you were trying to relax out by the pond. Yeah, the lawnmowers and weed whackers and
Uh-huh.
hedge trimmers. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Stubbs, I used to work night shift back in Illinois 20 years ago and try to go to sleep when everybody's mowing their lawn. And I
Mm.
mean, it was tough. I eventually had to take sleeping pills, which I hated to have to do. I hated that because they actually kept me sleepy even after I woke up, and I hated that. But yeah, they I had to sleep from like 11 o'clock in the morning till 7, 8 o'clock at night, and mowing the lawn. Oh my God. Well, I'll be listening for lawnmowers on one of your future videos, Stubbs.
Oh, Nona's husband is making her brownies.
Wow.
Yum. Oh, you've just reminded me. I've got some gluten-free brownie mix in the cupboard. I might make them.
Well, you got a good hubby. That's all I can say. My wife does not let me cook. I would love to cook. She doesn't let me. And she's tougher than I am, so I'm not going to argue. I'm not. No, I'm not.
She
I could
doesn't
probably,
want you to ruin her kitchenware. That's what it is, Jimmy.
that is absolutely part of the reason why. But I promised that I wouldn't. I promise. I just love to cook once in a while. I was single for a long time.
Jimmy, do
And then
you clean the mess after cooking?
actually I
Like,
do.
your wife cooks and you wash
Yes.
up?
Yes, I do. That's the
Well,
least I can.
I'm not exclusively gluten-free, Jeff, but I find that it helps a little bit. I have an intolerance, and I think this is to wheat. So, I try and be a bit more mindful of what I'm eating.
Right.
And look, some of the gluten-free stuff's pretty good. Not gonna lie. So it's
Right.
pretty tasty. Same with like vegan stuff is usually gluten-free. So I've been eating and at least trying a few more vegan type dishes and things that I find in the store, and they're not too bad. If you close your eyes and put enough gravy on something, it's not going to taste.
There you go. I knew that was coming. The
You think you can
gravy.
hide it?
The gravy. Oh my goodness. Stubb says he does.
Tomato or ketchup, tomato sauce.
Stubb says he does almost all the cooking.
What
Somehow,
skyline chili?
looking at you, Stubbs, I bet you can rustle up some pretty good vittles. I bet you can.
Don't you had intolerance to people? Yeah. Oh look, I just have an intolerance to people altogether, Stubbs.
Oh no!
I'm antisocial, and I admit that.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Can you blame me?
Well, I'm not going to answer that. I'm just sorry to hear that, because people are what make life so interesting. I mean, and most of the time,
Oh yeah.
they make me feel better about myself. I try to keep an open mind about everything. I do.
Oh goodness.
Guys,
Hello, Quirky.
About time, you smart-ass little youngster.
yeah, I mean, we got the prehistorics on one side. We got to have someone on the other, right?
You know what? I'm going to punch you in the face when I meet you.
I'll feel it from back when the dinosaurs, right?
Oh my gosh! You stop it right now.
Oh my god. That looks like a whole mess of eggs.
Oh no, it's frozen brine shrimp.
Oh right, it's sinking. Now I see.
So
Yeah.
it's dead. So it's dead shrimp, is what it is. Yeah. There
Yeah.
you go.
Dead brines.
Yeah.
I just looked and it was suspended. So
Yeah. I know.
Look at that. Oh wait.
That's very strange looking. Yeah.
I had, when I first clicked it, there was a bunch of shrimp climbing all over the like the regular shrimp, the pretty ones. I got Neo climbing all over my tweezers, and then I started trying to do things with my phone with my other hand, and the tweezers started shaking around.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's hard for somebody like you to do two things at once.
Exactly, you know.
I really like the look of that Chollywood.
Oh my God! Don't get me started. Coral, you know what we're going to have to do, you and I?
What?
We're going to do a podcast.
Oh God.
We're going to do a podcast.
Yes, we're going to talk, and I'm going to edit it all down and present it as a podcast. I'm going to start doing that with people that I like, and you're on the list.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy. I'm glad that you like me.
Yeah.
That's one good thing out of that sentence you told me.
You little piece of shit, you. So are you in or not? You want to do that with me?
Maybe. I mean,
we can do that at any time of the day, because it's going to be recorded.
Yeah, because it's pre-recorded.
Yes.
Yeah, we can schedule something like that.
All right. Is your email available on your FishFam link?
It should be, but my FishFam link keeps breaking. So it might not be.
Do you have it? Put it in your channel description, Quirky.
Oh man. Okay, I guess I'll let the nut jobs like Jimmy come contact me.
Oh my gosh.
You.
Or better yet, I would like your phone number.
I don't do anything with my phone.
Oh.
Not even what I'm using right now. No, totally not.
That's his nice way of saying not ever. Crazy
yeah,
old
when he got an allergy before rolling into surgery. Oh yeah, I've got an allergy.
Jimmy, my mom doesn't have my phone number.
Okay, well that's fine. I respect that. I respect that. It's okay. Well, I see you enough. We'll get together on that. We'll get together. Because I'm available 24/7. I have no schedule whatsoever.
So this is why I like something like Discord.
Get him back there. Fighting the heck out of that plant.
Oh yeah.
Coral, I don't think we see enough of everything that you're keeping.
That's because I'm not keeping that much.
Well, it seems like you are, though, for some crazy reason.
There you go.
I mean, I used to keep
Found
a lot.
something delicious on that leaf.
Yeah, he's got something. Must be the snail eggs.
Well, you must be doing something, because you you toss out a lot of knowledge to people. So
I spend too much time reading.
Zebra Danio? That was cool.
Zebra Danio.
That was a big Danio.
Brocus splendens corridors. That's the what do you call them? Emerald. And then I got turn this pump off really quick.
Florida flagfish. Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
Florida flagfish, zebra danios, and the corridor is in there right now.
Now, where did you get the flagfish at?
The local fish shop. Look at that guy.
And you're in what state?
Oregon. I live near Portland.
Oh, you're on. Okay, well,
Not in Portland, but near.
You're up the Pacific Coast Highway from me.
Over Danny and Kenny's way, isn't it?
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean,
I'm not too far from
Danny. I'll get some of those. Jeff must have a snail problem.
Oh gosh, snails. Oh,
he's going, if they eat snail eggs, I'll get some.
Do you know, I did not acquire or buy one single snail in this fish room. They all
I love Danios.
They all came on plants that people sent me. Thank you for that.
Yeah, the only snails I put in were mystery snails and, well, singular mystery snail. And I asked at PetSmart for Malaysian trumpet snails.
Okay.
And they,
they hooked
up for free.
And you've been able to keep all the other snails out?
No, they came, all the other snails, all these guys came in on,
oh, yeah. Okay, I see them now.
I might be weird here, but I kind of like pond snails.
Pond snails are cool, but I don't know. The pond snails get weird because they make mucus that the bladderworms do not seem to make as much of. And that can be problematic sometimes.
Oh, fair enough. I just like the look of them. They they remind me of the Neorites. A little bit.
I can send you about 10,000 of them.
No, I'm good, Jimmy.
Oh,
I'm gonna trim this. Look at how high that door pair goes. It's practically touching the surface of the water there.
Right.
Ugly trimming
That's
from left.
so cool. It's such an organic tank. I love it.
This one?
Yeah.
that looks very natural. Looks great.
It's kind of ugly in some ways. I gotta fix it. Because I don't really know. I'm not super happy with the way that the coconut huts turned out, and I don't think any of the fish are using them. I see the Corys rest on top a lot.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Why did I get you a cave if you're not going to be?
Yeah, they're just sitting on the porch.
Yeah, and then this this behemoth of a plant here needs to find a new home. I need to get a pond tub or something going because that.
Oh yeah.
That lily is just going nuts.
It's huge.
It's doing very well, is what it's doing.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and I just trimmed it last week. You can even see I was lazy and I chopped the leaves off a bunch of different spots.
I would actually, gosh darn it. There's two things that I would really like, and lilies are one of them, and a really nice, sturdy floater plant. I'm trying to decide which one to get.
Like a frog bit or a
yeah, something that
like a larger one.
Water lettuce.
Water lettuce.
Yeah, red root floater. So that's what I got up here. I got duckweed that I'm trying to get rid of. Something else. I don't know what the larger duckweed is. It's not frogbit. Frogbit looks different. And then red root floaters. And the red root floaters are fine on this side of the tank where they are protected from everything by the lilies and everything like that. But I've only got one, maybe two little pockets of red root floaters on this side because the flow is higher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the flow.
In this tank,
okay.
The flow, these are transplants from that other tank. And if you look, they don't look happy.
No,
these floaters
they don't like a lot of flow.
No, they're getting sunk under the water a little bit. You can see their leaves are under the water and they don't like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Well, what you can do, get a little bit of airline, join it together in a circle, in a ring.
Yeah.
and
You can
just
do that
use
to
that
keep
and
them
pop that at
into
the
one
other end
area
of the
where
tank
you
and
can
contain
separate.
them.
Oh, okay.
You can buy kits for that too, but the airline is usually you already have it, you know.
Yeah, it's handy.
And that works to an extent. On that other tank, the water level goes up and down, so it won't work with them. I tried that already. On this tank, it would probably work. But if you want like a sturdy floater, if that's your goal, is for it to not, I don't know for it to not fall apart when the water's too high or anything like that. Water lettuce, well, it doesn't like high flow either. It will hold up better.
Okay. I'll look into that. Yeah. Very good. Now, is it the camera, or does it is that tank have some tannins going on in there?
It's dirted, and then there's also that's Mapani wood right in front of it. So yes.
Okay. I like that.
I like the Mopani, but it's expensive here.
I can't even see through this water in this tank.
Wow.
It's like
wow, you're right.
That's dark.
This one you can see through, but on this side, that looks like you can't see my hand on the other side of that glass. You know?
No.
This is you won't see anything through. But
what you got going on in there?
This is the beetle paludarium, but my beetles are not doing super hot, and I'm not 100% on why. Some of them are doing okay, but the other day,
well, I'm glad I didn't get it.
If I can even get the.
They had some massive pieces of Mopani down at the LFS. And I kind of was tempted because it's got a really cool surface.
Yeah.
Like
it's nice. I like it.
It's expensive all over, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have any.
Huge pieces, like huge knots of Mopani. It was amazing. They look really cool.
So there are little beetles in both sides of this, and then there's like that guy died down there. And there's another one like him in this tank. And then there's that little fella on the surface is a whirligig beetle. And there's another one on this side. And 2 days ago, they were whirling. And then I got up yesterday morning, and they're no longer whirling. And I'm feeding them and stuff. So I don't really know what's up. They might be too cold, but I don't think that's the case. They were shipped with a cold pack. But it's also not like I know this specific species of whirligig beetle.
Right.
You know, I got something that was shipped to me by a guy in Arizona who says it's probably of this genus, right?
Oh.
Right.
And then, you know, he knows his stuff, but I don't know that much about beetles. I know a little.
Yeah.
I think they're cool.
Interesting. Yeah. So what's your next project going to be?
Nothing.
Okay.
I need to hold off for a bit. I might fix up that other, because the lid on that beetle tank is a little janky and you can't see through it very well. I can't film through it for anything. I can see through it just fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flagfish keeps leaving.
Well, I have been on the do nothing train for the last 11 months, so I understand.
Yeah. I gotta move soon-ish. I'm going to move in like September probably.
Yeah.
And adding more tanks to this.
Right. I understand.
Like, to be completely honest,
it's more to move later on,
how long we're looking at. Not that I have to ask, you know, but like also you communicate with your partner and the people you live with, right?
Generally, yes.
I didn't ask about this or the beetle tank. I just brought them home because I knew that if I asked, I would be told no.
Uh-huh.
I'd be told that was not a sensible spend of money and whatever else. So I just did it. And I know that if I do it again, when we really should be saving money for that move and everything else.
Right. That sounds like a good solid decision on your part. So
it's hard though, because I just,
I know.
I got fish that I feel like I could maybe spread out a little bit more. I want to get a couple females for this flagfish because he's mellowed out a little bit, but he's kind of weird. And I think that maybe if he had some more of his...
yeah, but he's kind of weird.
He's just territorial and nippy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's mellowed out a lot. Like it used to be he wouldn't let the Danios get anywhere near that close to him.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I wanted to get a pond or a fountain going for outside and move the glow light. These guys, glow light Danios. In the back,
those
not
nice.
these little endlers that run away from the camera.
Which company makes 0.1 to 0.4 millimeter natural yellow sand? I only see the white one and garnet sand in that size.
I use sand on my property. I don't have...
So I know blasting sand comes in different groups, but usually that doesn't come in specific colors. You might be able to pick ones that are just supposed to be mixed into concrete.
Yeah, yeah.
Like medium grade construction sand or something like that.
Sandblasted sand, pool sand.
Sandblaster sand can have chemicals in it sometimes. It depends on where. Like the aluminum oxide is fine, but sometimes if it's not specifically the black
yeah.
oxide sand, like the what is it, coal frag?
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
Depending upon where you live and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, do you have any plans in place where you're going to be moving?
Not far.
Okay.
Like I gotta keep my job.
Okay.
And we're probably gonna move closer to that job because it's been pretty consistent and stable compared to like a lot of the stuff I've done over the years.
Well, that's a good thing. Stable is good.
Yeah, stable is great.
Absolutely.
And the bottom line reason for moving is what?
They're going to raise our rent again.
Oh my!
It's gone up $100 the last 3 years we've lived here, and we know it's going to go up another 100 this year. And they changed what company manages this apartment complex. And while things still aren't getting fixed,
oh boy,
they're like doing all sorts of silly events and things like that. Like they had a tulip sale. For Easter, and they do like ice cream things every couple weeks now, and I'm like,
sure,
you guys are gonna charge us as if that's, as if my oven has a broiler that works.
Yep.
Because you're doing ice cream every couple weeks for the kids to have for free, which is great. I do think apartment complexes should probably work towards having a community mindset.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I also want a functional oven.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. My gosh.
See, for us, it's a bit different. Unless you do live in an apartment building that is owned by one owner or one business.
Yeah, so this whole complex.
A lot of these places are owned by different people.
Oh, like condos.
Yeah, kind of. So small apartments. And they're typically owned individually, or you have an owner that owns a few in one building. So for us to get things fixed, we go directly to our real estate or our real estate manager. you know, how it needs to fix, they will go to the owner of the property. So they're the intermediary. And then the owner will approve it or not approve it.
And how's that working out?
For me, not too bad so far. Things
Okay.
could happen faster, but, you know,
Yeah.
I can't complain because they're actually being done when I need them to be.
Yeah.
The big stuff has kind of relied on insurance and whatnot, but
well, and it was like
no problem.
It was a hassle when they sent the same guy out multiple times for your air conditioner, right?
Well, they sent out. It was the same company, different guy.
Oh,
so
okay.
the young guy came out initially, and he's cleaned the inside of the unit, but failed to do the drainage line outside.
Okay.
Which is why, so it started leaking after a couple months. I'm like, well, or not even 2 months. So I went back and look, it's still leaking. This is ridiculous. But they sent the same company out, different guy, and you know he had a young offsider. So the offsider was in here, and they checked the drip pan. So you just pour water into the drip pan, and it goes outside. It was chockers. It was so chockers. It was black. So they've done the proper procedure to get it all fixed up. Whether that costs extra, I don't know. I don't know about any of the costs or anything because that's covered by the owner of the unit. But got it done.
Yeah. That can be very frustrating at
It's
times.
an emergency. I can get stuff in pretty quickly. Like if my oven failed or my air conditioner failed, straight away. No problem.
Well, things are a lot different in my household. When something goes wrong, my wife complains to me. Oh
God, there's so much wrong with this place. I'd love to fix this place up.
Yeah.
I would.
Our home is not much, but we do own it. Okay? Yeah. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I feel very blessed to have a house.
Oh, if I could do like a rent to own thing.
That's what we did.
I'd
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot that I could do with this place.
Unfortunately, it takes me a lot longer to do things than it used to, but it gets done.
Yeah.
Is Coro still here?
I'm not sure. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think he dropped out. Because now I'm solo. So I wasn't even looking at my phone.
Well, it was nice to see you, Coro.
Oh, here he is. He's back. He must have just dropped out. Hey, come back. Quirky, I saw you backstage. I just went to click on him and he disappeared.
Why would he be so reluctant to do a podcast with me? That I'm insulted.
I don't know.
Because you know what? I
don't
think anyone is doing that right now, and I thought it would be something different. And it will give me the opportunity to do any kind of editing that I want to, and I can make it fun and sometimes even funny.
There he is.
There he is.
I bought myself a bigger net yesterday too.
And Coro, you can even abuse me during the podcast. It won't bother me one bit.
Well, yeah, because you can cut it all out later and then just
no
blooper reel.
No.
Look at how mean all the younger generations
See, that's just it. You have nothing to worry about because all the insults are funny, and I'll leave them in. Why people will tune in. Let's see who beats up the old man this week.
Man, that sounds like a different kind of show.
Oh my goodness.
Earlier this week that was like there was a guy in his like late 40s, early 50s relearning how to roller skate and practicing some tricks, and he kept at it. You know, it's funny to watch kids fall when they're learning to skateboard, but man, watching an old man fall like that, and I'm calling him old because he's like my dad's age, but right, you know, he's not like old. But watching someone fall when you're like, you're gonna feel that for weeks.
Oh
it's
yeah.
Not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah. I agree. Oh boy.
What if I?
Adele? Oh, she turned off her mic. There we go.
Sorry, still here.
Okay.
Aliens.
Good night, Ritesh.
Good night, Ritesh.
He said that 3 minutes ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm not paying very much attention, am I? Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah. See,
I'm blessed with a friend building my tanks so I can order whatever size I want, but I like low boy tanks where you can see plants from above. Yeah. I
low
like
boy.
that look as well.
Low boys are quite popular.
I like being able to see like the driftwood sticking out with like moss and different plant, like air plants.
Yeah. Right. And of course, the most affordable low boy would be a 20-gallon long. And I really like that size. I have 2 of them.
Hello, Moonbeats.
Why are we always yelling? He's old, not Jimmy P. old. Thank you for that. See, there we go. There's another highlight right there. Hi, Moon Boots. How are you? I am so glad. I am so glad that I'm here so that people can get all their frustrations out on me. That's nice. Pick on me all you want. Just don't pick on your friends or your neighbors or people at the grocery store. Just pick on me. That's fine. My goodness. It's nice to be needed for something, right, Adele?
Right? You got some really nice garamis yesterday.
It's all right.
My problem now is having a bigger tank. I have more choices.
I bet you do.
Giving me, yeah, no, I'm like a blonde. You can't give me too many choices. I'll never make my mind up.
Yeah, yeah.
Too many options just kind of confuses things. And
oh my gosh, Moon
Jimmy,
Boots.
take your pills.
Oh God! Oh my God!
I can hear your alarm going off. Take your pills.
You know, being on a live stream these days is like me getting into a fight and shoving my face into the guy's fist. Okay,
yeah, it's like playing chess with a pigeon, right?
There you go. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, in the end, the pigeon's just gonna straight around and shit on the board like he owns the place anyway.
Yeah, you might know how to play chess better, but the pigeon's gonna act like they're the king of that chessboard.
All right, I love every minute of it, guys. Thank you so much for keeping me entertained.
70 by 35 by 30 centimeters is a great size for a tank. Small enough to carry or move yourself if empty. Great for having several in a rack. Great for breeding almost any medium-sized fish.
All right, where's the tape measure?
How many liters is that?
How many inches?
You can pick on Jimmy. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick Jimmy's nose.
You people with your centigrade and your centimeters. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Red Laser. I don't know.
Jimmy proves that charm does not age.
I wouldn't describe myself as charming, but I'll take it. Oh my.
Oh, Sam says, I love you, Jimmy.
Jimmy is worth loving.
Ah, see? Coral can
some
even
people out there.
Coral can even be nice to me sometimes. It's okay. I won't punch you that hard when I see you. That was my alarm. I'm sorry.
But like, I don't know. Jimmy might be sick, and he might have 80 plus years on me or something. But old man shrimp is nothing to mess with. I don't know. He might just knock my teeth out. I might not have a chance.
Only if you ask me to.
Oh shit! Who went live?
Did somebody go live?
I don't know, because I've dropped down to four viewers.
And we're
three. I know.
And we're 3 of them.
The Aquatic Morning Show went live
that's what it was.
Not that long ago, but like half an hour ago or something.
Well,
yeah, we went from like 15 viewers down to 4 or 5.
Golly, you find out who your friends are, don't you? I'm telling you.
I don't mind. I'm not a big channel or anything. So I don't. It is what it is. I appreciate all my viewers there.
Not to say I don't watch your stuff, Adele, but I definitely, when you have your stream between streams, I treat it as a stream between streams, and sometimes I jump back and forth, and I'll. Oh, it looks like Aquafunk is also live right now.
He goes whenever he wants.
We got Funk, the Aquatic Morning Show, and
well, we've been going for a couple of hours here.
Yeah,
now,
you have.
Do we want to go jump over to Aquafunk and do a hashtag for it?
I would be willing to do that if you want to. Give him some grief.
Hashtag happy birthday.
Says he was streaming. But yeah, what if we?
Thank you, Andrew. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I must confess too. Here lately, I have not been watching a lot of live streams. To be honest with you, I haven't been. I've been trying to get some things done, but that's just for a short time.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Quacky?
Oh, I was going to say, if we did want to go over to Funks, what hashtag would you use?
Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
Naturally, because every day is Funk's birthday.
It sure is. Boy, what a racket. He's something else. He's another crazy guy.
I love Funk. He's such good people. He's wholesome.
He's helped a lot of people behind the scenes with some things. And
yeah, absolutely.
He's a good guy, no doubt.
Hashtag Basel.
Pepper fart. What the? Moon boots. I think you took some of my medication.
Wow.
That's a good one, actually. Oh my God.
Moon boots thought he was getting the other blue pill.
Oh, believe me, I haven't taken a blue pill ever. Not that it would do any good at this point. Unless I wanted to pole vault out of bed in the morning. And that wouldn't be a pretty sight.
Stomach sleeper then?
Oh my God.
No, I roll over. I would roll over and just bounce out. Yeah. Much to the chagrin of my missus, I can tell you that.
Oh my God.
Put that thing away.
Moon Boot took one too many aspirins this morning.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew there was an explanation for that. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. He's using real math because, Jimmy, we're complaining that we don't know how centigrade or centimeters or any of that works. Cubic centimeter is the same as a milliliter, right? Which means that...
Wait, what?
Is it a cubic milliliter? Or, you know what I'm trying to say.
No, math is hard. I don't know.
Say it again. Sorry, say it again. It's a bit early for math for me.
A cubic centimeter is the same volume, right? A centimeter in a cube, three centimeters is, or however, you know what I'm trying to say, is the same volume. Sorry. Adele, can you mute me really quick? My fire alarm's going to go off.
Oh, my.
Just wiggle the camera when you're ready.
Yeah. There you go. He wiggled it.
Yeah.
We're good. Sorry,
Yeah,
I just had to go press that really quick, and I knew it was going to be loud.
Oh, okay.
I thought you might have been you were cooking something.
You were talking about a cubic.
Oh,
Yeah.
A cubic centimeter is the same as a milliliter, isn't it? Because and like 1 milliliter of water is also equal to 1 gram.
Oh yeah.
Like all the conversions are. That's the whole point of
Similar. Yeah.
Metric is
I'll
that
have to
everything
look into
converts
that,
equally
actually.
into itself.
Maybe I should.
I'm gonna be the first person to admit I'm just lazy and I look up the conversion when I need to.
Yeah.
So I don't actually retain this information. I just use the conversion tools.
You know what? I could print up a nice little chart for myself.
You could.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So
okay, I've found my my mission today.
Yeah.
For today. Sorry, my phone's being spoopy. My mission for today is to do plants in here. These guys are growing so much they're starting to lean over.
I know
you're
they
gonna
are.
do a trimming and replanting?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a trimming and I'm gonna actually take a couple of these and put them into my big guy. See, I'm sort of filling in this side of the tank.
You know, Adele, your plants are doing very well.
Well, look, these plants here were this length. So they were half the size when I put them in.
You're making
and
me
now
look
they're
bad.
in the top.
Is that...
And this tank's not even cycled fully yet. It's been 3 weeks.
And you're
these guys are shooting off all sorts of little offshoots already, which is great.
All right.
That Anubia sprung a new leaf when I put it in.
Help an old guy out. Are you using any type of fertilizer?
No, just fish.
Nothing. Wow. No, I'm impressed. You were doing very well with the plants.
My tanks are clearly overstocked. But
right.
I don't know. There's a balance. Like, look, even that moss is going nuts.
And how about your lighting? How long are they on?
8 to 10 hours, I reckon. I try for 8 to 10.
Okay.
Sometimes a little longer, which is why I get the extra growth and the algae and everything. But it's all good.
Well, I'm not kidding. The plants look fantastic. They really do.
Some of them do.
Well, I'm seeing green. That's all I'm. Come on.
Hello.
Oh, it's John.
Johnny.
Hey guys. There he is. Everybody put your boxing
gloves on. These 2 tanks are going to be my mission today. I need to do a bit of rearranging, a bit of snipping and clipping and trimming and maybe try and disperse some more of these little babies.
John, just let me ask you right now, when are you available tomorrow to have like a halfway decent phone conversation?
During the day, actually.
Okay.
Anytime, most of the time during the day. So.
All right, we're going to do that, buddy.
Okay.
All right. That's all we'll say for now. So how are you, bud?
I'm doing good. Hopefully my audio is good because I'm using my webcam.
Yeah, you're all good.
Sounds really good. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been trying to grow some algae, and it's not growing on the.
Oh my gosh! Trying to grow algae. Your plants are doing
it's
great.
It's growing on the inside of the container. It's not sticking to the bits of.
Oh my gosh!
Overfeed.
I can send you some.
Just overfeed.
I think the water's too cold.
She needs it for the autos. She's trying to grow it in a second container so they don't clean it all off in time.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to put the whole container in there and let them go nuts.
My goodness.
Just overfeed and you'll get lots of hair algae.
I don't believe I've ever heard anyone say I'm trying to grow algae before.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah,
actually.
so I'm cultivating algae. I'm trying to cultivate algae on these pieces of coffee cup so I can just switch them out in my auto, like for my autos.
And John is right. That is a heck of a great sign if you're trying to grow algae. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I don't have that problem.
Well, I have a little bit. I've got a lot of like. So this tank has a lot of diatomy. Usually, I've stirred it all up because I did water changes on these guys yesterday.
Well, Adele, I can't help but notice you have stepped up your game here lately. What's going on? I mean, really?
With the tanks. I haven't done anything. Like, I've got hornwort growing really well in this tank.
Well, there were months and months that would go by, and I didn't see one tank from you. And now you're flashing all these plants and fish in front of me, and I'm going, what the heck is this girl doing?
Guppy's that big girl. Oh, my God. She's so big, man. She's like finger size. Come here, bitch. Come here. Come on. Come to mama. Come here.
Hey, John, is Serpa tetra still your favorite fish?
The tetra, yes, it is.
There you go.
I have my my Harlequin. Actually, the Harlequin Rasboras.
Okay.
But Layla, because Layla chose those bloodfin tetras that are in that 55,
yeah,
right back there. That's, you know, I kind of take a liking to those. They're actually a very pretty fish.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's my little guy. You can see his fuzzy fin. Poor little dude.
Together and everything. So.
And Layla is your granddaughter, correct?
Yes.
How is she doing these days?
She's doing good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just swap out the little pieces of plate for them to eat. I put one in there last night and it's spotless. Try and do that like every few days or something, just to give them a bit of variety.
Yeah, but that's great, Adele. I'm happy for you. Next.
So the Anubias in my big tank, I've taken off.
Everything you do is working. It's working.
I know, right? I throw things in a tank and they live.
God almighty. I'm going to have to start paying more attention to you.
I'm not doing anything. I dump stuff in a glass box and it lives.
You're one of those people that's having really great success and you just go, I'm not doing anything special.
I'm a green thumb. I didn't even test my water, Jimmy.
Okay.
I've never owned a test kit.
I haven't tested mine in months.
She got that natural low GH, probably.
Something.
Queensland water, mate. Australian water is amazing.
Well, obviously you're going to have to start.
I made a lot of chemicals in my tap water because of it doing everything.
Well, obviously you're going to have to start shipping water to me, Adele.
I gotta head out, guys. Have a good day.
Coral, nice to see you.
Coral,
I love you, buddy.
Showing off some fish food. I always like seeing everyone else's tank too.
Sketty Nona says her water is the devil. Okay. That could be anything. How about yours, John? Is yours good?
Yeah, it actually has a very high pH, high KH and GH are decent.
That little guy's not doing great.
Let's see here, I gotta look at the back of my.
And I do have a little bit of white
and see where my numbers are because I remember them. So I usually sit like around, for my buffer, I sit around 120 to 180. Hardness is around 150.
All right.
And then pH is around 8. So
okay, that's pretty high pH.
One thing I've noticed about this wisteria is putting it in the bigger tank. It's actually growing offshoots from the base.
Okay.
And they're starting to like crawl along the bottom. Like that carpeting behavior. And I haven't seen that in the other like my smaller tanks.
I tried wisteria one time and it did not do well. But I really like that plant. And it's supposed to be very easy to grow.
Well, I mean, I threw it in a tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I started with like 2 strands of it and cut it in half and planted both and just sort of cultivated it from there.
Yeah.
Same with the hornwort. The hornwort all died off, except for 2 little strands of it. So it all melted away when I first bought the bunch, and managed to save 2 little strands, and I've grown from there.
Right.
It comes, it goes, it dies off, it comes back. You got to keep this stuff in like big bunches there. It grows. I'm thinking about putting this into the big tank as well to see if it will help it.
Right.
Yeah, grasshopper. I can't complain. It's I try to buy fish that are related to my water because that makes it a lot easier.
That's a good tip, John.
It's just it's just to me it's better. It's easier than chasing numbers and trying to move stuff up and down and
That's right. I wish more people did that. It makes
saves
their
money
life
on the RO and stuff like that.
Oh, sure it does, and it makes your keeping the fish a lot more convenient. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with convenience. Okay, there's not.
No.
It's kind of smart. It's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah. So Adele, earlier I heard you saying you like zebra Danios.
Oh, yeah, I like the long fins too. That's so
funny. The ones that I bought for the under gravel filter because we were having a hard time keeping the guppies alive in the under gravel filter tank and getting them to spawn and stuff. So we decided we were going to go and get some tetras and some zebra Danios. Why that thing was going through its year-long cycle process, getting it good. And the other day, after I did a water change, the next morning I wake up, I guess, and they spawn at daybreak. And I look over into my moss, and here they are intertwining and doing their things. And they only do it for like 20 minutes to a half an hour after daylight, and then they go back to doing their normal thing in the tank. And so I don't. Yeah, so hopefully they're spawning in there, and there's something inside there. I'm going to be getting some leaf litter for that tank here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah,
to get the little microscopic bugs.
That's the best when you have a surprise spawning. It's the best. It really is. It seems like the harder you try, you never get it, and then it just happens.
I'm not one to try hard to do it. If it happens, it happens. So
very good. That's another good tip, John. It is. It's a lot less frustrating.
I'm using the same camera. I'm on Linux on this computer, and I did some different settings on it to make it look somewhat decent and
looks very good.
It's good today.
I'll tell you what.
I'm not playing with it.
That's but John, you know darn well, no one has played more with their camera and their settings and their platforms than John. I'm telling you.
Well, I like trying. Like I know a lot of people are stuck on what they like to use. Well, I'm willing to try new ones. I'm willing to try new ones. So but like 3 weeks ago when I streamed and I had we were having trouble with T-Mobile and I should not have even gone. I should have known better. And
that's okay. That's okay. So, for a while there, every week I tuned you in, you were on a different platform.
Yeah, I was trying different ones. I am back on StreamYard. I'm trying it out.
I mean, StreamYard just seems to be the more stable out of all of them.
I do agree.
I won't lie. I'm guilty as charged. That's right.
I do agree with experimenting. That is, if you can make progress, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, you just know until you actually try.
To me, I'm willing to, like, if it helps somebody else out, that I took the time to try it. I'm game.
I agree. I agree with that. Guilty as charged.
So I did get actually, Adele, you knew that I had unsubbed a bunch of people. That's what I was telling you in Messenger last night. The people that stuck out with me through my, let's call this a mental breakdown.
Oh, you're okay, John.
This phase of the operation,
3 days. I've got those people resubbed. I've got some other people resubbed.
Look, at the end of the day, John, like I said, you can't let other people dictate you doing you.
I know. I actually deleted that guy.
The people who support you will stick around no matter what.
But if you feel like you need to take a break, then take a break. By all means, like, you are not required to be here on YouTube. Life gets in the way, and mental health gets in the way. And
I think part of it was I didn't realize it. Like, I got home from my stress test yesterday, and I felt good when I left there. And I was like, okay, you know what? I feel like this morning I woke up feeling completely different than what I had the last 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm thinking some of that might have been in my back of my head, worrying about the test, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
And I let that get to me too, you know, because I tend to overthink.
You're guilty.
We all know that. We all overthink.
John, if you don't mind me saying, I think I know for a fact that you are a very sensitive guy.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wear my stuff on my sleeve. So.
Yes, you do.
I let stuff get
That's
to me.
okay. That's okay. I understand. I do.
We did it. We did it.
You know, and then I let that one guy, basically he did what he did and triggered me. You know,
shit happened, John.
And it was on Facebook. I should have never brought it into where I did, and I should have definitely never said anything about Fish Fam, like I did. But
okay,
there were, you know, it's.
You know what? At the end of the day, let's just call it a momentary lapse of judgment.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
Put it. Yeah.
I have a lot of those.
Put it in that category itself.
Yeah, I am. So I'm just trying to get things back to normal now. So.
Yeah.
Well.
And eventually I will I'll probably switch my name back over and everything like that. You know,
at this point you could do what you want. You could even.
What I'm going to do though is I'm definitely going to start my first video backup because I took everything down because really the only good thing was nothing was educational on there.
Oh shoot! I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
John.
This was all part of the.
Okay.
So,
okay.
My first video up will be when Craig's the snail that I won on Craig's.
Okay.
1,001K giveaway. So that will be my first one going forward, and we'll just.
That was what was that? That wasn't was it an almanac or was it
it was a crystal snail.
Nautilus?
From Belinda that I won.
Was it?
Yeah, I remember.
I can't remember what it was called. Which
I remember. I'm still mad at you for winning, though. Yeah.
I'm trying to think what it is. Is it an animal or was it
I'm actually going to put that in one of the tanks. I'm going to do some research.
I'm going to ask. Craig and Belinda are another couple of people who are just, they're so generous and giving and warm and loving to all of the fish, or quote unquote fish fam and beyond. It's very inclusive of everyone.
The cost of
shipping. Absolutely. Craig and Belinda are the kind of people that I've hung out with my whole life. We have very similar life experiences. And like Belinda and I would talk for ages if Craig was. That's like we've always been friends. They're such good people.
Thank you. I see Laser says I'm his level of content. Thank you. I just try to be relaxed and have a good time. You know.
Exactly.
Hey, John, I can describe you in one little sentence. You are a guy who keeps fish. And that's all you got to be. That's all you got to be.
Maybe when I get everything reset, maybe that's what I'll put in my description.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gosh, I agree with Red Laser 100%. Coro said your camera looks really good.
I can see that, and I might even just keep that mic. I might unplug this. I got this boom mic sitting here. I might just unplug that, especially since the camera's working really well audio wise.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I might just keep it that way and let everything just work through the one. Less processes. So.
Yeah, keep it simple. Keep it simple.
That's part of the reason why I went back to Linux, because I know it decently enough to, you know. to operate, and I'll get a long time out of this computer. And
very good. So. Yeah, if it ain't fixed. I mean, I'm sorry. If it ain't broke, I'm sorry.
If it ain't fixed, don't broke it.
Don't broke it. Oh my. Sorry. Medication's kicking in.
No, it's all good.
I can always use that as an excuse, can't I? Oh, don't worry. Jim's on his medicine again. That sounds like my wife. If it ain't fixed, Jim didn't fix it yet.
That's right.
Oh boy. Well, it's great to see you, John. That's all.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be up too. So I haven't been up in a few weeks. So yeah.
Oh, Ganya.
I know Whip had said to me, he's like SOB, my world is coming apart. Nobody was streaming on Fridays, and
yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's true. Your time slot on Friday is definitely one that's easy to remember.
Right.
So, you know, there are so many now. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah.
Golly.
And when I'm at work, I have a hard time. Like it used to be, I used to have time to get in and like say hi to everybody and stuff like that, like, you know, individually.
Right.
But now it's like I have to just, yeah, we're like, ever since they added this lane, it's slightly busier at the store, and it's low. It's like I usually just try to get a blanket hello and just enjoy the show, you know, the streaming for what it is, you know, and maybe here and there. So
I agree. You say hello in the chat, you better be ready to answer about 20 people. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't like to make
the same 20 people that you saw on the last of the streams again.
That's true. That is true. But
a lot of the time people go, oh, I won't respond. I said hello to you 10 minutes ago on another stream. It's not like you haven't seen me for months.
All right.
There are a few people that say, this is a blanket hello, I'll be listening.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's probably how I should phrase it too. So
then people kind of get used to it.
You've got the bits of reef floating in the top of the tank, and I'm seeing bloody roots coming off those already.
Let's see.
That's how fast it grows. I'm finding all of this fascinating and learning at the same time. So, seeing all this cool stuff. Look, this one's got a little.
Okay, I have a question for you two. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This includes all channels that you watch occasionally or on a regular. Big channels, little channels, doesn't matter. What is something you would like to see from someone that you haven't seen at all or for a very long time?
Man, you are insightful, Jimmy. Oh.
Well, I'm curious.
A variety of content, not just certain subjects.
That's how I'm saying that, John, because that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm asking myself that very question every day.
Yeah. Trying to think because everybody's got such good stuff. It's like,
but a lot of it is repeated from different channels, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is something that you haven't seen that you would like to see, I guess, is what I'm asking. I don't even know the answer to that question.
Bateson.
I would like to see
genetics in the house.
Hey, Bateson.
Hi, Bateson.
I would like to see more on undergravel like in the science of undergravel filtration. Because
that would be one.
Me being like what I've got, I can't see under mine. The one that's in my tank, I can't see under that one. So, you know, because the way the stand is for the 46, when I bought it. So I would, you know, more of the science behind it is more, you know.
Okay.
I know Dr. Novak does, you know, anoxic filtration. You know, he's got his BCB bags, his whole special thing. I'm just talking just the general like me, I just did pea gravel, 4 inches of pea gravel with an under gravel filter. That's it. I didn't do any of the special stuff.
Right.
I would like to know more about the science, like behind an under gravel filter.
Okay. Well, would that be kind of a general theme as well? You'd like to see a little more science angle of fish keeping in general?
Understanding how it works. And, yeah.
Okay. I tell you what.
I dig the nerd. Like Alex, like watching Alex, it's so hard not to look away from the screen and just straight listen to him, because like you need his facial expressions for what he's talking about.
Right.
And it kind of helps you, like, and he's just so full of information, and it's nerdy, and I love it. You know,
I am with you on that. I agree 100%.
Kelly's, I like her streams too because of the nerdiness of what she does. You know, she gets in depth of stuff. You know,
so a deeper dive, into the science.
There's people through Andrew's streams as well. Andrew and a couple of the other UK guys. A few of the ladies that I've been introduced to through these streams are doing amazing things with their content.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're like the female versions of Alex, and I'm all for it. I love it.
Yeah.
Seeing more women in the hobby, especially around my age and younger. Seeing them interested in the hobby and sharing their knowledge. So good.
Right. Well, I do happen to know someone that's pretty deep into under gravel filters. They have been doing it a long, long time. I'm going to pass that along to him as well. So his latest project is kind of a secret, so I can't tell you who it is, but I will contact him later today and give him the suggestion of the science behind the under gravel filter, and I bet you he'll do something for us. I think that would be very
absolutely.
Somebody I need to get sub to, I think.
No, I think you already are. And he's like me though. He talks about doing a lot of stuff, but he never does it. So I'll give him a kick in the pants and say, you got to do it.
Two that I know for sure that I'm sub to is the Aquarium Library. He talks a lot about under gravel filters, and Dr. Novak, the anti-noxic filtration. Those are the only two that I know of.
Well, this guy is not either one of them. So, okay. I think he'll get a kick out of hearing it, that we are interested in it, because that's the first filter that I ever used way back when. I started with
I was told by a true expert to feed flightless fruit flies to get my tetras to get into breeding mode. Let's get these cultures going for me, Jimmy.
Oh my goodness. Why are you asking me? Oh goodness.
Yeah,
I think
incredibly intelligent and not afraid to say when her expertise doesn't apply to an opinion or lack of one.
Right.
Yes, she does do that.
That's how I am. I mean,
that's how I try to be too.
I don't want to steer somebody wrong. So it's, if I don't know, I'm not going to lie about it.
Well, one of my favorite phrases, and I would like to hear it from more people, is this is working for me, but it might not work for you.
Yeah.
That's an easy disclaimer to make.
Yeah. Okay, well, what works for one doesn't necessarily work for another.
Right. It's kind of a basic rule. Everybody should really apply that.
Bentley, he did a good video the other day that was, it wasn't, and he wasn't bashing anybody in particular, but I guess there was a video about don't change your water or whatever from Father Fish. And
oh boy,
he was explaining, but he was saying, no, he just wanted to hear more concept behind why you don't.
Right.
Yeah.
So that if somebody was newer, like me, I have a little more experience. To me, I don't, on these two tanks, I don't change. I just top off,
exactly,
because they're dirted tanks, and, but more in depth at why you wouldn't do that, and how you keep it from crashing and stuff like that. And it was a very good video, and he did make sure he explained that he wasn't out to bash anybody,
Right. So, right. I agree.
And that's where, and he even said he would like to hear more of us saying, in my experience.
Right. And it's so easy.
In my takes,
So I guarantee you I'm doing some things that I could not recommend to people. I just won't, because
I can tell you what not to do.
But
this one here is on the edge of not having anything in it but a light. So
okay,
I'm that close.
Okay, but you didn't do it overnight either, did you?
No, I've been running this. I had
been a work in progress for a while.
I had a sponge filter in there forever. This tank's almost 2 years old, so with the dirt. So
right.
So I've gotten to the point where that filter is running basically just at the lowest it's running, and I'm like probably going to go another maybe 2 weeks or so. I don't know if you can see it right here. I'm actually floating. I'm floating Amazon swords right now.
John, there's plants floating in about 20 of my tank right now. I got
something about Anubias is a float as well.
I can't decide where to put plants. I float them. I do.
Yeah. Yep. Eventually, I'll have some duckweed in the top of that tank too. So that'll help.
Something like red root float or
And John, from where I'm sitting, that tank looks as better maybe than it ever has.
Absolutely.
I do a water change once in maybe every 6 months on it. So
I've probably looked at that tank about 1,000 times over the last 2 years.
Yeah,
because it's always right there.
Yeah, I do. I love that tank. That was the one. That's the one that got me started with the dirt. So
yeah, and it's working. You don't have to explain it to me, buddy. You're doing it right.
Just trying hard. That's all.
Now, do I think that everybody should maybe try a dirted tank at least once? Sure.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I think if I ever shut down any of my 5 gallons, I might try a dirted tank in a little one.
Yeah,
just to see how it goes.
And I haven't done it yet, so I think I'm going to put that on my list
funny.
of 1,000 things.
I kept saying, "Oh, I got this 5.5. I'm going to dirt it. I'm going to dirt it. I'm going to dirt it," and I never dirted that one. And this one came with the Stony Creek substrate in it, so I'm like, "Well, you know what? I'm going to go buy a bag." I only need at least a bag for this one, and
right.
I got 2 inches of that and 2 inches of soil, and I'm like, "Okay, here we go."
And that's how easy it was.
Yeah.
And it looks fantastic.
This one was the easiest, the 55 gallon when I did the dirt in that one. That one, I used premium topsoil, and I probably shouldn't have. I think there's too many nutrients in it. Turn that off.
Well, I can tell you one thing, John. If I ever get around to doing a dirty tank, I'm going to have you on the line, and you're going to give me the ingredients, and I'm just going to copy yours.
Yeah, mine was easy. I just did standard topsoil from Menards. You could use just the basic topsoil from Lowe's, Home Depot.
Yeah.
Just use a basic topsoil, and then depending on the size of the tank, you want 2 inches. If it's a 5 gallon, you're obviously not going to put 2 inches in it. Because
right.
Because now you're only going to have this much water.
Well, for a guy like me, you sold me when you said easy.
Yeah. You really have to have patience with these tanks.
Well, sure. Yeah.
And the more plants, the merrier. That's exactly, Father Fish is exactly right on that.
Yep.
The tank doesn't look anything like it did when I started it. So
I was thinking I have gosh darn it, what size is it? A 15-gallon, that Bowflex, 15-gallon Bowflex. Okay. Would that be okay for a dirty?
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Because
It's just a bow front, right?
Yes.
Wow, Mickey. My friend cultures a lot of flies and live food. 70 dark frog terrariums in his apartment.
Oh.
Wow.
Now, wait a minute. What is that?
Mickey's saying they're talking about fly cultures, that's flightless fruit flies. Mickey says his friend has, he cultures a lot of live food. Because he's got 70 plus dark frog terrariums in his apartment.
Holy man!
70.
Oh my!
It's a lot of frogs.
I mean, is he?
I would love to see that.
Is that like a home business or something? I mean, come on.
I'm wondering whether he's kind of like a version of Stoper.
Wow.
Because Stoper's got his whole house full of tanks and terrariums and vivariums and.
Now, John, back to that bow front. It is one of those built-in filtration, like the sump.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has like a in the back, right? Like
yes.
All over filter. So I'm trying to think. Is there slots at the bottom of that filter?
Yes.
On the bottom. So you're definitely going to want to find a way to block that portion off and let it flow through the top.
Right. We'll get together on that, okay?
Yeah.
It's still in the box. So
So you could actually probably not even have to set that part of it up and not use that filtration. Just slap a sponge filter or leave the sponge filter in back.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
This way, if any dirt gets into the back of that part, it's not getting sucked into the motor, any of the pumps or anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been trying to think of something I could do with that,
There you go.
Yeah. I got time. I do have patience. I have patience. I have too much patience. I'll get around to that. One of those. That's my patience right there.
I've been talking about doing stuff for ages.
Oh my!
I actually got the opportunity to do some things, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
There's only one person that can fix my problem, and that's the guy that you're listening to right now. I've just got to start doing things. I need to. I really do. And it doesn't just apply to the fish keeping. I mean, I have things I need to do around the house, and I let my I let my health get in the way too much. I feel the way I feel. I got to live with it and just keep going. I do. I mean,
it's not always easy though. So
right, I know, but what choice do I have?
All right,
things aren't going to get done if I don't do them.
True.
So, and that's why it frustrates the heck out of me. I'm just going to go ahead and say this, since there's only 10,000 people listening to me right now. It frustrates me to see young people procrastinate. Okay, and that would be you, Adele. I mean, it's not that I have an excuse. It's not. It's a choice that I'm making to do or not to do. It is. But young people, they have the energy. They have their health. They might not have the time. It depends on their lifestyle. But procrastination is a burden. It will mess up your life if you don't get a hold of it. Okay.
Highlight coral. Adele.
Oh.
435.
Oh my goodness. I'm not aiming at any
frustrations.
There's one thing that I cannot see when I'm watching live streams or watch videos and listen to people talk. I cannot see their lifestyle, how busy they are, what their work hours are, that's
exactly right. Yeah.
And there's a lot of factors. I have none of that. I'm retired. I have a 19-year-old granddaughter who is very independent, living with us. My wife and I can do anything we want that doesn't cost money anytime we want. So no excuses for me. and that's why I'm being hard on younger folks, because on the surface it appears that they got the world by the tail and could do anything they want whenever they want. But in truth, I don't know that. I don't.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to me, I know like a lot of times, like if I'm working a double, I'll be like, you guys are helping me get through my day. Thank you. You know, like long shifts. I'll say I'm working a long shift or something like that.
Oh, so, back when I was working, I would have loved to have that opportunity because I had a job where that would have worked very well. Yeah, you know, but this wasn't around back then.
My days are like now that we're back to the way it used to be when I started there. So like if I work a double now, it's a 17.5-hour day.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, John. Yeah. All I can say to you is you take care of yourself. That's all I can tell you.
The thing, if Layla picks anything up from me, I think it's going to be my work ethic.
Well, we can only hope so.
I do work. Yes. I do work awfully hard. So.
Well, you are teaching her that lesson for sure. Yeah. Yes, you are.
If you want things or good things in life, you got to work for it. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think you'll find anybody disagree with that.
See, I'm lucky I got a good accountant. She's you know, like I wouldn't have the toys that I have if it wasn't for her.
Very good. Smart guy. Good for you.
Pilgift is that person in Swedish. Okay. Thanks, Nick.
Well, thank you. And that's our tip of the day.
So would that be the same in Danish then too, Mick?
Swedish and Danish are two different languages.
Yeah, I know that. I know they're fairly close, though. I believe.
Well, it could be similar, yeah.
Because they're all right in that same region. So, because I'm 75% Danish, so.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's why my dad actually came over from Denmark to Canada when he was 13 years old by a boat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then my aunt, after they moved to Canada, she went down to Australia. So.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to follow my own advice and not procrastinate any longer today.
Yeah, I might have to go get ready soon myself for my show.
Yeah.
I have some things to do. But Adele, thank you for hosting the stream and keeping me company part of the day today. It was nice. And I'll see you somewhere. We're always bumping into each other, aren't we? We are. And John, it's great to see you, buddy. I want to have it won't be long. I just want to touch base with you. And I'll give you a call sometime tomorrow afternoon. And I do know the time difference, so don't worry about that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, don't worry. If I'm usually up by 8 o'clock my time anyhow, so don't fret it too much.
Well, if you call it that would be 6 o'clock here, so don't. Yeah. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to call you at 8 o'clock. All right.
All right. Sounds good.
I'll see you both later. Love you both.
Okay. Love you too.
All right, Jimmy. Right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out and hanging out.
Oh, thank you for having me. So yeah, it was
anytime.
It was nice to get up on a stream.
Absolutely.
Since I haven't been doing it myself a lot lately.
Yeah.
So, because 2 weeks ago I had to work.
Not have to worry about streaming content or.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago was a bad stream, and then I had work the next one, and then I had that stress test yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be. I might get home in time. But...
Australia, get out of here. Yeah, it's Gill, isn't it?
Oh, is this another fishy folk? It looks like it.
Yeah, a new to me Aussie. Another Aussie. So I'm really, really happy about that. We don't see enough Australians in this part of the hobby, I think.
No, you do.
They're out there. They are out there.
I just subbed them. So
wonderful. Give me a second here. I'm just going to pop over and try and share his link out.
trying to think of who was it that was on here earlier. Grasshopper. So she'll be back in a second. She's going to share your link out, GV. So, but I will be getting back in a couple of weeks probably here. I'll get back to my normal stream and. Oh, yeah, she just popped off. There we go. Carl knows it. Cool. Did we lose your audio, Adele?
I'm still here.
Nope, there you go. Okay. Nope, now you're back.
Yeah. So there we go. Thanks everyone for stopping in. Do you know if anyone's streaming at the moment?
I don't know. Let me go look at here.
I don't keep up anymore. I don't even pretend to try and keep up.
I don't know if Jess is still going or not, because it looked like she was aquascaping something when I saw the like preview of it or whatever. I think she was in the aquascaping contest for that.
Oh, okay.
I do not see one. No, I don't see any streams right now.
Is there anyone that would like to start up a stream and I can send you over there? Or...
We'll look at the calendar here.
You know what? The one thing that saved me was through your Discord, John. The Fish Fan calendar kept I'd get all the notifications when he was going to go live. He was going live.
You still have me as a friend on there. Go ahead and send me a link to your Discords too.
Oh, sure.
And I'll get back in there.
Wait, no, I don't have you as a friend.
I may. Oh, I thought we did.
Hang on, I'll have a quick look.
Yeah, because it's still. I think I still have it under the same name on there. So. Let's see here. I need the day. Damn it. There we go. Much easier to look at this. So right now there's nothing until Rico does his focus on at 7. Interesting. Oh no, I changed my name. That's why. On there, it's the same on just stuff I follow. Where the hell there? I wonder why my screen's doing that. I wonder if I loosen something up.
under my YouTube channel, there should be a Discord link in the description. If not,
okay.
Actually, I'll just go over there now and grab another link.
Okay, pull up this. Since I got it muted, I can pull up the stream. If it's in your description, I'll just go find it. Oh, it's not. It's not actually linked on there. That's why.
Oh, okay, hang on.
So.
Here's my Discord. That link is it will expire in 7 days, but you should be good to go for now. If anyone else has Discord and would like to join, you're more than welcome.
I'll be changing my name on here back to what it's supposed to be. So.
Change it to whatever you like.
Yeah.
No worries, Mickham. Thanks for hanging out.
Actually, with
as always, thank you everyone for joining me today.
All right, there we go.
I don't give my replay crew enough credit either, because I realised that Jack and Dan are like my replay crew.
Yeah, they follow a lot.
And they have been like for as long as I can remember.
Yeah,
those guys are awesome.
Yes, they are. They are, and they're both so knowledgeable with what they're doing.
I love talking to Dan because he was a metal musician.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He had a band and everything. So a lot of the tunes that you hear on there, like the heavy metal stuff, I believe is Dan.
Oh.
Which is awesome.
There we go. That's cool. I never realized that until you just said that.
Mm.
I know he does what now? He's like a personal trainer, sounds like.
I think his lovely other half is.
Oh, okay.
Well, she either owns or she works at the gym.
Right.
Sorry if I get any of that wrong, Jack and Dan. Let me know in the comments. I don't keep up with people's personal lives.
I think I do. I try to, only because it's in my process of learning about everybody, and I think part of that's because of my DJing. So it's like I don't. A lot of them, they come up, they're like,
"Oh, I try," but
they're like,
do I need to get people mixed up?
They're like, "Do I need to fill out a form?" I'm like, or a card for your, for songs. I'm like, "No, I have no songbooks." And I go, and then they're like, "No songbooks." I go, "It takes away from me learning about you." So it's that's the nice thing.
That makes sense.
I get to know what people saying. I get to know a little bit about them. I get as we get to talking. I'm definitely one of the more. I'm not. There's a lot of DJs out there that do karaoke that just get the song in and then that's it. They don't care about learning about their singers, and so
you do have a really good point, actually. Anytime I ever went to karaoke, they were like that. Oh, there was one guy who was cool. Back when I smoked cigarettes, I'd, go to the pub, have a few drinks, hop outside for a cigarette, and he'd come out and have a chit chat. And whatever happened to the foghorn you made for Australia Day? What foghorn? Oh, this one.
That's cool. Every time I hear something like that, I think of the movie The Fog. I'm showing my age now.
Click on the draw. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to get out
I'd
of here.
love to actually show that one to Andrew. I might have to try and make him a few little clips for his trivia.
There you go. Because that's a good idea, because it says trivia time on it. So, like, he could use that to like, segue his way to it. So.
I could make his, or at least help him figure out how to make his own ones. He's got a few. But more specifically for the trivia and the gameplay.
Yeah.
I think would be good. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to sneak out of here so I can go get showered.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it, you guys. I've been going for over 3 hours.
Those are a lot.
I gotta go get ready for my day too.
Yeah. So, all right. So thank you for having me up, and we'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely, anytime, John.
So.
Have a great day or great night. All right, guys. Well, yeah. That's about it. I'm going to call it now. Thank you so much to everyone for joining me, either up on panel, in chat, or replay crew. Thanks so much. Oh, my poor little guy. Such a happy little fish. I got to go and do my Prazi. Wait. I got to do my little treatment of Pymafix. So adding to 2.5 mils every day for 7 days, because it's only a 20-litre tank. And trying to this little guy out, but I'm treating the whole tank just in case. So I will do update videos, I think, on that one. Documenting the. And yeah. No, absolute pleasure, John. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks, everyone. As always, have a great day or a great night, wherever you might be from. Love your fish, be kind to each other and yourselves. And I will see you next time on the Stream Between Streams.